Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Chat.
Oh, we got Oilers on the ice. We got the Elks getting ready for the Labor Day rematch. We got the NFL kicking off this evening. What a wonderful day here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Jason Milne apparently going cross-eyed, which is okay. He is here. I'm Reid Wilkins. At our technical desk is our incredible youth. Our incredible young person, Zachary Kubish. Token young person, Zachary Kubish. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Is that how you'd greet
people? I totally
people?
talked myself into the corner there.
Is that how you'd greet people at Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Good day. Any movie I can help you find today?
Oh, and I spelled today wrong. I did a typo. Yeah, in the Nasty Chat, I wrote, good day. Any movie I can help you find today. You wouldn't jump on them right away. As I told you, you were supposed to greet everybody that walked into the store. You were not allowed to say hi there. But then you sort of, you did sales. Working as a customer service representative at Blockbuster wasn't really doing sales, but you sort of got like some people would came in and ask. Some people, like, they would come in and they do that almost stop and a slow walk, and it's like they're kind of turning their head to you, but not really. So it's almost like they probably don't want to ask for help themselves.
Yeah.
So, or you might just say something like, "Hey, let me know if you're looking for anything."
Yes.
Or something on is there a movie on your mind? And a lot of times people might say yes, or they just be like, "Oh, I'll come back to you." And then if somebody was wandering around the store for a long time,
let me guess.
Two things. One of two things. Go ahead.
Were you looking for any movie in particular?
Yes.
Would be one.
Or you suspect they're trying to steal something.
Right.
Right.
Or do you need to go to the bathroom?
I don't know if I don't think I ever said that to somebody.
Now, my other question to you is, when you wrote that in the Nasty Chat, you said, "Good day. Any movie I can help you find today?" Do you think it's necessary to add the today at
No,
the
it
end?
isn't. Thank you for pointing out my error.
Because they are already there. It has been well known that today is today.
That's a good point.
Right?
Yeah. We do try to eliminate
but oftentimes
extraneous words on this show.
Hey, how are you doing today? Well, do you really need to say today? Because if you say, "Hey, Reid, how you doing?"
It implies
you're going to assume
in this moment
that I'm asking you how you're doing currently.
Right.
Maybe that's what you should start doing. If somebody doesn't specify that it is, "Hey, how you doing today?" You say, "Oh, awful." Well, why? Well, I got a speeding ticket last week.
Oh, right.
You know, you were asking about today.
Oh, you're asking about today, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm feeling great.
Good today. Good today. All right, so I was at the Edmonton Oilers captain skate. So these are the informal skates. Not everybody's there. Nugent Hopkins isn't there. Bouchard's not there. Hyman, who's getting over the wrist injury, is at his brother's wedding this weekend. But Leon Draisaitl did speak today, so we'll have some very interesting comments from him. Why don't I play one right now? Because what's the number one story that people are talking about, worried about, in a tizzy about? McDavid contract extension. So Leon Draisaitl was asked about that.
It's not really for me to comment on. Obviously, of course, I want him here as long as possible. I want to do it with him. But same comment that I had. It's about him and his family, and they're going to make their decision based on what's best for them. And I know he loves it here. I know he feels at home here, but there's a lot of things that play into the decision like that. So, hopefully something gets reported soon.
I loved how he said that at the end. Well, hopefully something gets reported soon. Leon basically saying, I won't know about it until I hear about it on Edmonton Sports Talk.
It's true.
It's like, hey, Connor, anything going on today? No, nothing, Leon. And then 2 hours later, Leon's on watching our show. What? Why did extension? Why didn't he tell me this morning? What's going on? Yeah, we'll see. So Draisaitl spoke today. Stuart Skinner spoke today. We'll have more comments from both guys. We're going to have the Oil Understood at about 3:20. So we'll dive right into more Oilers stuff. So the captain skates started around 10. Most guys were out on the ice for a little over an hour. And then this was at the downtown community arena. So they just stepped in front of the backdrop there and did a bit of a Q&A on their way back to the Oilers dressing room in Rogers Place. And Draisaitl had some really interesting stuff to say about Podkolzin, about Mangiapane, and we'll get through all those clips as we move along this afternoon. But yes, we do not have a McDavid contract extension, but you do have some perspective on that.
Sure. Does that sound like a player that's concerned about it?
No.
No. Very little concern in Leon's voice about the future of Connor McDavid.
Well, do you want to do your, I think you should give your stuff.
Well, yeah. I tweeted this as almost like as if I was an insider. But it's pretty much when did I look back at some, pretty, I guess, high caliber players to sign extensions. Mm-hmm. And I looked at Sidney Crosby's extension. That was signed, do you know when?
No, I can't remember.
September 16th.
Of last year?
Of 2024.
Okay.
So prior to training camp, not as early as Leon Draisaitl signed on September 3rd last year.
A year ago yesterday.
Yes,
right?
It was the first day of our show.
Right. So this is I'm very impressed with you, Jason Milne.
Okay.
As I have been since the first day I met you. But you have truly done something that is, I believe, our responsibility as broadcasters, which is to provide the audience with relevant information. And perhaps I also think as talk show hosts, we try to help people emotionally if we can. So one of the big questions is, what is taking so long? This is awful. Why is this taking so long? He's never going to sign. If he hasn't signed by now, when's he going to do it? So you have done. I must commend you.
Oh, thank you.
If I had a gold star to put on your sheet, I would do it. We had a teacher who used to give us those scratch and sniff stickers. So you'd scratch it and it would smell like dill pickle. Yeah.
I like
still make scratch and sniff.
I like the grape ones.
So that's a very good job. That is your perspective. Why hasn't he signed? Why hasn't he signed? Well, it's in the exact month that two of the other biggest names in the game signed their extensions. So I want everybody to remember that, because we know this is topic number one for a lot of people. You're probably going to see people at the office this afternoon, or you'll meet up with some friends and family at football tonight, and someone's going to say, what is taking Connor McDavid so long? Certainly this is unusual that the extension for next season isn't signed by now. And you can say politely, you know what? That Jason Milne guy in Edmonton Sports Talk said just 1 year ago, Draisaitl had just signed his extension and Crosby hadn't signed his. That's excellent work.
Well, just another one closer to home here. 2019, Matthew Tkachuk signed a 3-year extension. September 25th.
With the Flames.
Yeah. Earlier
in his career, but
September's a time.
It seems to happen in September.
Some earlier, some later.
Right.
If Sidney Crosby's signing an extension September 16th, surely Connor's got to up that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting.
It's good perspective.
Yeah.
It's good perspective to have. Now, if it gets into the season, certainly if it gets to Christmas, like Bruce Boudreau suggested on the Nielsen show, I think yesterday, then yes, maybe we're going to give you the go-ahead to have a tizzy fit.
Yes.
Is that a thing? Is a tizzy fit a thing? I guess we're going to find out.
Tizzy fit.
But for McDavid not to have signed his extension right now on September 4th is not unusual given the behavior of other big-name players.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
That's all we can tell you right now. We don't know when it's going to be announced. We'd love to tell you that. We'd love to have it announced on this show. We'd love to have McDavid roll into the studio and be like, hey, guys, just going to get it out here first before my news conference. That's probably not going to happen. So that's excellent perspective, Do
you think, this is a random question.
Well, we never do anything random on this show. Go ahead.
Do you think Jake Wallman gets extended before Connor McDavid?
No. That's a good question. That if Wallman plays well, you got to extend him during the season, don't you?
Well, that's an interesting question because based off of what Oilers fans saw of him last year, why would you not want to wrap him up right now?
Yeah.
Right?
That's an interesting one. That's another one to remember.
I don't know that you need to see because, okay, let's say he comes out at the same way he was playing at the end of the year, which was pretty dang good.
Yep.
Well, that value keeps going up.
Yeah. That is another story to keep an eye on. All right. So that is Jason Milne, some special perspective off the start of the show. We are happy to hear from you, of course. You can text us using the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. It's presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, and you can also communicate with us, more importantly, with each other in the nasty chat. That's the chat going down the right-hand side of the screen on YouTube. Usually that kind of takes on a life of its own, and you folks just get talking with each other. You may be listening on TuneIn Radio. Thank you. You may be listening on iHeartRadio. Thank you. Spread the word to others about how you can consume Edmonton Sports Talk. You can consume the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric 6 to 9 every morning on Cruise FM 95.7 if you want. It's another option. All the streaming stuff is the same. All the other programming is exactly the same. We have just added a way for you to consume one of our programs. You know, like I already see. So what's happened to you guys? We just added a way to get the show.
There was somebody talking about you specifically on the morning show.
What did I do? Or what am I going to do?
Somebody sent in a text to their inbox, the Paris Jewelers inbox, saying, wait, Reid Wilkins is on Edmonton Sports Talk as well?
I am.
So you've had somebody else find you. At long last.
Here I am. At long last, I've been found. I have been discovered. Oh, where is that now?
I know who you are.
There it is. All right. Oh, wait, what? Who's that walking in?
I think I hear him coming now.
All right. So 780-218-9999 is how you text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Oh, yeah. If you are on YouTube, don't forget, give us a thumbs up. Click that like button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. Now, so I was at the Oilers skate today, and you went to Elks practice.
I did. This injury report that I just got emailed to me does not look great.
Okay.
Nick Anderson was on the field taking active reps, but he's listed as doubtful. Jared Brinkman, who was also on the field taking active reps, listed as questionable. Serezna and Niles Morgan are listed as out.
That is tough.
Yes. Curly Gittins Jr., however, is available.
Good.
Jalen Williams, defensive back, is available. I want to see something here because this is what I saw when I was looking at, okay, if Nick Anderson's back,
yeah,
they move to Blanco into Mac or middle linebacker and play Nick Anderson at his normal position. However, CFL rookie Brock Morganson was stepping into those middle linebacker roles.
Oh, really?
I thought it would be a natural fit for DeBlanco to go back there.
Yep.
But, I mean, this Nick Morganson, he had spent some time with the Dallas Cowboys. He's now with Edmonton. So that looks like somebody who's probably going to fill in for that role at middle linebacker for Niles Morgan.
Okay. So they're banged up. It's not great.
Not great.
Playing a very good team.
Carter O'Donnell.
Oh, yeah.
Not taking part in any reps offensively.
Unlikely to play.
He was standing there observing, trying to absorb as much of the offense as he could.
So he didn't do anything, just watched.
He was doing individual period where they're doing blocking and whatnot, but when it was team time, no.
Okay.
I would imagine Carter O'Donnell will dress. He'll be on the roster. I do not think Carter O'Donnell will play unless
So would they dress him in that would be the Grayovac role?
No, I don't. I don't think you're putting him in that role.
No, but
I wish that
he's
role
the
wasn't a
sixth
role.
lineman, though.
No, but they've been dressing 7.
Oh, sorry.
They've still had a backup. So Mark Evans is on the practice roster now.
So you think they dress him?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because he'd be a utility player. He's the best O-lineman they have. Period.
Right.
That's not even a debate. So they want to get him at least on the roster. And then serviceable at any position should they need it, just maybe not up to speed with the playbook.
Oh, I see. Okay. But you don't think it's conditioning or health or anything like that?
No. He
It's
passes
just
medical.
knowing the plays.
It's just getting the playbook.
Okay.
And speaking of Grohovic, I saw that play at practice today.
You're not supposed to say the plays you saw at practice. This is to discourage them from running it, perhaps.
Yeah.
So you saw the play. Did they snap it into his legs again?
No.
Okay.
He got through this one.
You got.
Yeah, I was sad to see that.
All right. Well, maybe they won't use it.
Maybe it's a decoy.
Maybe Jordan Maximic listens to us. Okay. So we're going to have comments from Leon Draisaitl and Stuart Skinner coming up in the Oil Understood in about 6 or 7 minutes. Jay's play of the day at about 3:40. It's Thursday, so we're going to do Name the Animal. We got Bryan DeArdo, NFL writer for CBS, coming up. Jay and I are going to do our guaranteed to be correct NFL predictions. We're just going to do what we did last year. We're going to predict the 14 playoff teams and who beats who in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So that'll be fun doing that. And
our lists last year were quite similar.
Well,
I'll tell you one thing for free right now. I'm not leaving the Buffalo Bills off my list.
yeah, you
this
forgot to pick them to make the playoffs last year. They had quite a good season. We always do the off-topic topic. It's presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. So the captain skate today for the Edmonton Oilers, another one tomorrow. I mean, they've been having these informal skates. You tell us, what would a captain skate entail for Edmonton Sports Talk? Or if we did something that involved us getting in tune for the broadcasting season or day, what would that entail?
Interesting. So would we have to then assume that Dustin is participating as the captain?
Sure.
But still waiting for a contract extension?
I guess.
Right?
From himself.
What would Coob be? Who would Coob be? What would your role be? Now, are we doing a captain's skate? Like, or are we just doing a captain's activity?
I think what would be the activity? Yeah, if EST had a comparable activity to a captain's skate, what would it be? Where we all get together before the season or before our broadcasting day, just to make sure we're in sync.
Probably beer and chicken wings.
Probably, yes.
That would be, yeah. So maybe right or wrong answers to what?
Oh, definitely.
A captain's skate would look like.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So Dusty would be the footloose and fancy free jovial leader. Matt would be the guy, bean counting behind him, right, to make sure he's not going over the budget for this event.
Right.
I'd obviously take on the role of glue guy. Sure. Trying to make sure everybody's having a good time. Reid would... Just trying to think of...
Well, I would act disinterested in the captain's skate while also deep down recognizing its importance.
And deep down, super stoked to be there.
Yeah, true.
Right? Just super excited to be there. But what would the activity be? Like if it was an actual activity?
Oh, Coob's got an idea. Uh-oh.
Baseball?
Going to Dollar Tree.
It's got to be some form of team building, though. I'm thinking we take part in some sort of card game or board game.
Yeah, great. Cool. We play poker.
Yeah,
and people get into fights.
Yeah. We play pool, and people get into fights with beer and pizza.
Snooker, darts.
Snooker is a great sport.
Snooker is incredible.
It's at a tabletop game where
darts.
You flick the
140.
What about disc golf?
Oh, DG.
Oh, Trev would like that.
Yeah, mini golf.
Mini golf.
So, what would a captain skate look like for the staff of Edmonton Sports Talk. Post in the Nasty Chat. Text 780-218-9999. That's the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. Email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. A lot to get to today, and hopefully we're going to make you smile a few times between now and 6 o'clock as well. Comments from Leon Draisaitl when we get back. Here comes the Coop.
Six players are on the Elks injury report today. Nick Anderson doubtful with an abdominal injury as Jake Serezna and Niles Morgan are confirmed out for the Saturday rematch against Calgary. While on the flip side, Curly Gittins Jr. and Jared Brinkman are available for the game with both players limited today at practice. And the Elks have picked up 26-year-old defensive lineman Jordan Williams, who has 19 CFL games under his belt, winning the Grey Cup for Toronto last season. Elsewhere in Philly, the Eagles and Cowboys kick off week 1 in the NFL. Catch the action alongside Lieutenant Eric at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge and Century Casino on Fort Road. It all gets going at 6:20. In other news, ESPN's Adam Schefter has reported that Christian Kirk is out for the week. He won't dress for the Texans. He sustained a strained hamstring. The Texans play the Rams on Sunday. And on the diamond, there's 6 games on the slate. 1 game underway. The Brewers and Phillies runless in the bottom of the 4th inning. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Give them a call at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, Reid and Jay recap the captain's skate down at Rogers Place from earlier today on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
I don't like that people are like making him out to be a villain in the negotiation. If anyone's like, well, how dare he needs to take less so that they can win. Give your head a shake. That's such a crazy attitude. You've seen enough ups and downs, and you lost twice in the finals, and there is zero obligation in that negotiation to take a hometown deal. It's like he should get what he's worth. He's the best player in the world.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win big this NFL season at the Canadian Brewhouse presented by Bud Light. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 60, plus prizes like smokers, Bud Light coolers, and a trip to an NFL home opener next season. Enjoy $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser tankers. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Back to school? Really?
Yay! Really? As things settle back into a routine in your home, you may need extra space. Sentinel Storage is here to help with a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
We good, Coop? All right. Well, I thought you were like, you got to remember, I'm easily confused. So when you wiggle your thumb at me, I'm not sure if the mic is on. I'm starting to think, what is wrong? Is there a worm on my forehead and you're making a worm noise? So you got to just give me the standard thumbs up.
Just standard?
I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate your energy and your positivity. But when it comes to the mic being on, I'm going to be confused if you start giving me other symbols and I have to guess what they are.
Okay. Well, is there a preference, like just the thumbs up, or do you want me to point at you or wave?
Well, you've been doing the thumbs up, so I'm used to that.
Okay.
I've gotten used to that. I don't mind the pointing too.
Okay,
when you were wiggling your thumb at me, I was thinking like, oh, what's going on?
Maybe he's dehydrated.
Is that
Trying to get
the
blood
international
flow. Yeah,
symbol
back
for being dehydrated?
Well, he doesn't have the energy to raise his thumb. I think you should do a more emphatic point.
I once became so... I was once so frail and dehydrated. I couldn't even lift my thumb up to thank my rescuers. That's funny. All right. What would an EST captain skate entail? Jasmine says yoga retreat. Could happen.
Chris Sadaway in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999, says Matt would send out an email and everyone would practice replying back to it promptly.
Right. By the way, I'm a little ashamed. I screwed up bad
There's no
today.
need to say anything. Mum's the word.
Well, we're very open on this station.
We
though.
are.
Yeah.
Do you know how that all came about?
Well, I forgot.
So I was on a phone call.
Okay.
Relating to a story that we're going to talk about later.
Yeah.
And Hernan comes up. He says, do you know where Reid is? I said, well, he was at the rink. Does he know he's on two guys and a goalie? I said, well, I'll check. So I got off my phone call urgently, as it was 11:53.
Yes.
And I called my good buddy Reid Wilkins. Said, hello. I said, Reid, do you know you're on two guys and a goalie today? I said, well, I did not, but I'm in the parking lot. That was good. You didn't skip a beat.
No, I'm very bad. I feel very bad. That's not good behavior on my part.
Technically, the email went out when you were on holidays.
Yes, and I did read it, but I didn't commit
you're
it
on
to
holidays,
memory,
baby.
and I didn't put it in my calendar that was doing the show.
You're on holidays. Your thumbs are too dehydrated to put it in your day timer.
They really were. They really were.
They couldn't
I
work.
had dehydration of the thumbs. Digital dehydration, they call it. It's just dehydration of your fingers. The rest of your body is fine.
Well, they are the extremities.
True.
First to go.
Yeah.
Lingus says Captain Skate would include following LTE on his night walks around the city to see what it's like to be in his shoes.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a really good one. We got some good suggestions coming in. The off-topic topic is what would be the EST version of a captain skate that the Oilers are having at the downtown community arena.
Do you do yoga?
I've never done yoga, so I can't really say if I would enjoy it or not. It just from what I know about it and what I see about it, it doesn't strike me as something that I feel like I want to get into. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean I wouldn't like it.
I was on a yoga phase for about a year.
Okay.
Hot yoga.
Why didn't you stay with it?
I would.
Oh,
I
okay.
should. I could. I can.
So you have to go to an organized class?
Yes.
See, right there, that's a problem for me.
Well, why?
Other people and commitment.
Oh, other people I understand. But it's very dimly lit. Nobody even knows who is in there. It's hot. That's your sweat.
I feel like you're describing the place next door.
Yes, maybe not as in-depth of stretching.
Okay, there's no playrooms.
Yeah. There's not. Well, there might be a fireplace. It's hot and it's great. It's really good for your body.
Okay, how come?
It loosens you up. You're stretching. Stretching is so good. You come out of there feeling like $1 million. You sweat profusely. You sweat. You could wring your clothing out at the end of it.
Yeah, that's good to get a good sweat on.
They're not.
They don't care if you're not as flexible as other people.
No. Because other people will get out like these blocks to make their stretch deeper.
Nobody's like, hey, Jay, Captain Yogi has his.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact: the yoga studio I went to, first time I went there, the studio is kind of backwards. So when you come in the door to the studio, I assume that's the front.
Right.
So I went to what I assumed was the back.
Okay.
By the window, the mirrors.
And then you had to teach the class.
No, I was right at the front.
Oh, okay.
In front of the mirror. So everybody saw my fat butt stretching, moving. Probably
wasn't too dark though.
Probably but if you're facing, you should be at the back. If you're facing forward, I was your
butt's in somebody else's face.
Well, not technically, but I'm a bigger person than most people that were there, so I stood out.
Oh, okay.
I was wearing my yellow Golden Bears shorts, so that didn't help.
Golden shorts.
Golden shorts.
Yes, Mr. Bond. After all these years, you have discovered it is me, Golden Shorts, your primary villain. And now I have you in my grasp, Mr. Bond. Oh, no quip, 007? No clever retort? We'll see how funny you are as I make you suffer. Looking at my golden shorts. See, same voice. It's the same. It's the only voice I have. People are tuning in like, was that Captain Picard captured Bond? No, it's Golden Chair. No, Golden Shorts.
Oh, and Chair.
And there's also a Golden Chair.
Golden Chair
they're
character.
separate villains, but they sound oddly alike. Okay, so that's... Why are we talking about yoga? We don't know. We're going to do the Oil Understood. Oh, Jasmine said something about yoga. The Oil Understood is presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. Ah! We did it. They're on for another season, eh?
Yes, sir.
Of the Oil Understood. That's incredible. So, Captain Skate today, I was joking on two guys and a goalie, which I did on 2 minutes of preparation. I'm not reporting on line combinations or D pairings, though McDavid and Draisaitl are worth Mangiapane sometimes when they started scrimmaging. Nugent Hopkins not there, Bouchard not there, Hyman not there, some other guys not there
tension
as well.
in the locker room, eh, Reid?
Yeah. I'm not coming. I'm just not coming.
Is there a fracture in the team, Reid?
Yeah, here we go. Let's get it ramped up right away. So a few interesting things here from Leon Draisaitl. I want to start with, let's start with Mangiapane because he's the new guy that I would say has the highest expectations.
Sure.
And might get to play with Leon Draisaitl or maybe with Connor McDavid or might get some time on the power play. So I asked Draisaitl some thoughts on Andrew Mangiapane.
Yeah, he's one of those water bugs, you know. He seems to have just an engine that never really quits, and those guys can be really annoying to play against. I never really enjoyed playing against him much, so nice to have him on our side.
Okay, so quick comment there. Is that a compliment to call a guy the water bug?
I was just going to say, that's an interesting reference.
But it's sort of like he can dart around.
A water bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick, floats
He
on
can
water.
He can float, sure.
Which is ice, just frozen.
Right.
Water is. So that's a good reference, sure.
But, Mangiapane, we're hoping he's going to have that peskiness to his game. I thought we'd see that from Arvidsson. We never really did. So hopefully Mangiapane has that. Oh, he's in the nasty chat saying finally getting to the good stuff. We have some interesting participants in the nasty chat, don't we? So anyway, that's what Draisaitl said about one of his teammates. Also, a quick comment here on Matt Savoy, who has the potential, if not in the short term, maybe in the medium or long term, to be a top six player who could be on Draisaitl's line.
I think he's got all the skills and tools in the world to be a really, really good NHL player. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. I think you have to be patient with kids at that age. It's going to be, traveling, scheduling, everything is new for him, right? So it takes some time, but potential-wise and tool set-wise, he's really, really impressive.
Okay, so likes the skill, and I think what he referenced there was there's an NHL lifestyle. Now, Savoy's played in leagues where you got to spend hours on the bus and go a long distance, but I think he's saying, you got to adapt to the travel, adapt to... even in the NHL, I know sometimes a team will beat another team really bad, but there's not a lot of freebies in the NHL. Like, they're all pros. They're all getting paid to do it.
That's a good point.
They've all ascended to the highest level. So I think that's what he's talking to when it comes to Savoy. But, a good comment, I think. But there was one clip that really, really stood out to me. And it was Draisaitl specifically on one player. I'm just... It's not always the length of the comment. It's the quality of the comment. And as you know, when we when I'm cutting clips, and sometimes you'll listen with me and say, well, you try also to get to the meat of it for the listener. Sometimes, depending on what it's about, we like to run the whole thing for the full context, but there might be sometimes a guy talks for a minute and you'll be like, you know what, Reid? He says the exact same thing in the second 30 seconds as he did in the first 30 seconds, so we don't need to run the whole minute and bore people.
Right.
But in this case, I want to point out the length of these comments. 13 seconds on Mangiapane. No, a good clip. 23 seconds on Matt Savoy. You're about to hear 47 seconds of Leon Draisaitl talking about, who do you think? Take a guess.
Podkolzin.
You know already, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I set you up for success there.
You would even think that, just given their history, line mates last year, Podkolzin coming out of nowhere to potentially fill a role that this team is looking to be filled for several years.
So here's Draisaitl today on Podkolzin.
Podsy does a lot of things that a lot of people that don't really understand hockey, they don't see it. He does a lot of work for me, and it lets me have a lot of time with the puck and sets me up in great situations where I lack that in my game. He does a lot of great things for me personally. So I really, really love playing with him. He's a great player. He's really, really underrated with the puck. Really underrated hockey sense, great hockey mind. So I think there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more offense. I think there's a lot more finish. Hopefully, it'll come out. But he's a player that doesn't need to score to be really, really valuable and effective.
Okay. He really sung Podkolzin's praises. And what did we talk about a lot last season when Podkolzin was on Draisaitl's line, was on Draisaitl's line. Like and then Draisaitl would talk about him, and we kind of easily read between the lines. No, I'm not just talking about you and me. I'm talking about you and me and Oilers fans and the audience in general. We realized, well, Draisaitl likes having him on his line.
Yes.
And Knobloch probably realized that. Podkolzin's stats last year were modest, especially for a guy who did play top six in significant stretches. He had 8 goals and 16 points. Yeah, 8 goals and 16 assists for 24 points. He did play all 82 games. And then in the playoffs, had 3 goals and 7 assists for 10 points. He scored one of the goals in the 3-0 comeback against Florida, and he scored the last goal of the season with, a couple minutes left when they were getting throttled. I found that really interesting what Draisaitl said. And I do agree, as I watch Podkolzin out of the season, during the season, like there's value to his game. I think he forechecks hard. I think he can be disruptive. I think he's in the right place. Like he's not floating or on the wrong side of the puck. Like I think he battles hard. We've seen that he can be on the PK, though that wasn't always a good unit for the Oilers last year. I'm not blaming him for that, but I mean everybody's got to improve there. My thing with Podkolzin last year was that I didn't think his puck skills were great. Like he can dig at the puck, he can get the puck. Did the play always stay alive with him, or did he finish a chance often enough when he got the chance? I would say, based on having 8 goals in 82 games, I would say no, because that's not a high goal total, especially when you played in the top 6 for some of the year. But it's interesting to me the faith that Draisaitl seems to have in him. And it's almost as if, now I don't know what conversations he's had with Knobloch or what they said in the exit meetings or what they're going to talk about leading into this season. But to me, that's a very public Draisaitl saying quite publicly, I hope this guy's on my line. Now, I will say this, what Draisaitl said, I think there's more offense there. I'm going to say that Leon Draisaitl probably has keener observations than all of us. Okay? Yeah. You and me and everybody in the audience right now, because he's on the ice with the guy and he sees him practicing. So I'll grant Leon that if he says, I think this player can do this, then I would lean towards believing what Leon says. And Leon's probably publicly telling the guy, go out there and grab it. And you said this a few weeks ago. Because remember in the summer for fun, we said, who's going to score double-digit goals? And neither of us listed Podkolzin, but then you said, Reid, don't forget about the potential of Podkolzin. Because he had 8. He was 2 off to 10. As a rookie with the Canucks in 21-22, he scored 14. If Vasily Podkolzin actually becomes, say, a 15-goal scorer, and plays the way he played last year and keeps building on the experience, to me, that would be quite significant. I was going to say massive. I don't know if I want to say massive.
Significant's a good word.
But
and quite in front of it. Yeah.
So that out of all the Draisaitl stuff today, and we'll play a couple more clips, and I know he talked about the McDavid contract, which we played already, and we'll play it again as we move along throughout the course of the afternoon. That, when he was going on about Podkolzin, like even standing there in the scrum, I was like, holy, like he's singing this guy's praise. He believes in this guy. And I do think that that's also important to hear publicly. I don't know. Maybe fans aren't here. Maybe fans are saying, well, Leon's going to support every guy. But like he really went, I think, over the top to give this public vote of confidence support for Podkolzin, I think.
Do you think Podkolzin, though, last year was coming in with relatively low expectations from the outside, but maybe high expectations on himself? Whereas now, this year, he might be a little bit more comfortable and allow the game to come to him a bit more.
Yeah, maybe. And you never know. Sometimes it's different for every player, right? As much as you'd like to say, well, you're a pro, go out and do it. Sometimes there's a transition to a new team and a new city.
But he's a former first-round draft pick.
Yes.
Coming to a new team to essentially get another chance.
Right.
So, you could probably imagine he was holding the stick a little tight and probably wasn't his normal offensive self. Just to say, I got your back, Leon. I'm your guy. I'll do whatever because, he said there, Podkolzin does a lot of things that open, the ice up for me. What are those things? Is that just effort? Is that his skating ability?
Yeah.
Is that his forecheck? Is that his pressure?
Yeah, I think it's his forecheck and his work. And again, Draisaitl even made that comment, he does things that I can't do. I don't know if Draisaitl has any weaknesses in his game, but I would imagine if we would have got Draisaitl to expand on that, Draisaitl would probably prefer not to dig down low for 20 seconds and get cross-checked 40 times if he could help it. So he probably appreciates if someone else is doing that.
Vancouver drafted him as a person to put up offensive numbers.
Well, he was drafted 10th overall. Right? That's pretty high.
That's pretty high. That's what he was drafted for. He's redefined his game in Edmonton to be a little bit more grittier, a little more sandpaper. But he still does have that offensive touch. That's not gone. I think maybe this year you hopefully for Oilers fans, you have a chance to see the combination of both of those.
Right. And he played every game. I mean, he never got scratched. He was on lower lines. I still believe he's probably more likely a third line player. But if he takes another step, and I know it's an if, everybody. I know it's an if. Like, there are some ifs on the team. Savoy and Howard would be ifs. I think we have to talk about Hyman and Ekholm and their health as ifs. I get it, and some other players as well. But I just found it really interesting how much praise Draisaitl heaped on Podkolzin today. Here's another clip.
We love him. Like, there's no secret. Like, his work ethic is as good as I've seen in 12 years in this league. He's the ultimate professional. He would do anything for our group. He blocks shots. He does all the little things right. And those are the guys you want to see get rewarded more. And, I think, there is a lot more for him offensively. So, yeah.
But here's really the crux of this. So let's make a huge hypothetical. We're still a month away. Let's say they have a good preseason. Podkolzin works hard. I mean, by most accounts, and what Leon said, he works hard in practice. He's trying to hone his skills. And Knoblauch says, okay, we will give him to you. It's you and him and Mangiapane, Savoy, whoever. That's the line. But as we saw last year, I think from a coaching standpoint, there still has to be a point where if the goals aren't going in, you can't have them on that line. I remember a few years ago when working with Rob, like Yamamoto was getting a shot, and I wanted, everybody wanted Yamamoto to do well, and it reached like the 20th game of the season. And, Rob said, and Yamo, I think, had 0 goals and 5 assists. And it's like, well, you can't justify it anymore. Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
You can't justify a quarter of the season in the top 6 with Leon with 0 goals and 5 assists.
So why was Podkolzin there all season last year?
Well, he wasn't there all season, but he was there a lot.
Better part.
Well, maybe because Leon advocated. And I do think there's checking and defensive responsibilities that Podkolzin takes care of. And here's the start of the first clip.
Podsy does a lot of things that a lot of people that don't really understand hockey, they don't see it. He does a lot of work for me.
Okay, so, he does a lot of little things that people... I think what Leon means there is I think he does a lot of little things that you see on the ice that you wouldn't see from the stands or from the press box.
Right.
Checking, closing a gap, getting in the way that help Leon.
In order for Podkolzin to end this season and say, wow, that was a major uptick. His offensive gain was there. He was deserving to be a second-line winger. What does the goal totals need to be?
Well, okay, let me put it this way to everybody, and people can give me a number back. If he's going to stay on the second line all season long, does he not have to get to at least 40 points or 35, 40? I mean, if you're playing with Leon, is it unreasonable to expect half a point per game?
No.
Is he capable of doing that? We'll find out. Can he be better than Arvidsson's 27 points in 67? Can he be better than Jeff Skinner's 29 and 72? Well, those guys got moved down the lineup. And maybe we shouldn't worry so much about the assists. Maybe if he can just score 15, 16, 17. That would be goals. I don't know if he's capable of doing that, right. But it's clear to me, and people can tell me if I'm sniffing glue, it's clear to me Leon Draisaitl thinks he is, which is interesting enough in itself.
Yes, it is.
Okay. We're late into the break here. We got to do Jay's Play of the Day. We'll do Name the Animal. We'll have some more Oilers clips at 4 o'clock. This has been the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel. Here comes the Coop.
Today's Elks injury report had 2 players ruled out for Saturday's Labor Day rematch, with Jake Serezna and Niles Morgan unavailable for the Elks. Meanwhile, Nick Anderson is doubtful, with Jared Brinkman, Curly Gittins Jr., and Jalen Williams all able to play. Staying in E-Town, 26-year-old defensive lineman Jordan Williams has signed with the Elks after playing 19 games with the Argos over the past 2 seasons, winning the Grey Cup in 2024. And for the Broncos, they've made it official, signing Nick Benito to a 4-year extension worth a total of $106 million. Staying down south, it's banner night for the Eagles as they take on the Cowboys to kick off the NFL season. Swing by Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge in Century Casino on Fort Road to join Lieutenant Eric for 6:20 kickoff. Right now in baseball, Philly and Milwaukee are locked at 0s in the 6th, while the Dodgers and Pirates have first pitch at 4:40. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Jay's Play of the Day is up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Oil Stream.
So he wasn't really all in on St. Louis.
He got bad advice from his agent.
Yeah.
I was with someone from Oilers Hockey Ops during that time as well, and they were just saying he made a poor choice.
I also feel like the Oilers didn't match out of spite.
They felt slighted by him.
Yeah, but still, you let one of your only few prospects
The
go.
Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Gallo LLP is an Alberta-based accounting firm with expert chartered professional accountants in both our Edmonton and Sherwood Park accounting firms. Our experienced and innovative accountants provide financial advice that saves our clients money. Simply put, we help our clients protect their assets and grow their businesses. At Gallo LLP, they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John to discuss how they can help your business grow. Visit gallollp.ca today and see how they can help you take your business to the next level.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Which band is this? Is this Brody or North Shore?
North Shore. It's all North Shore.
It's all North. Brody's been stricken from the record.
Brody's a thing of the past.
Brody is so passé.
Brody's effectively dead.
If you're new to Edmonton Sports Talk and or the Reid Wilkins Show, Jason Milne was in a band, late 90s, early 2000s. Though the original name was Brody. Did an album, a CD. You cut a CD.
Yeah.
And then, 3 years later, you did...
We cut this North Shore.
Which was more polished with better production value.
Yeah, we cut this inside a tin tuna can, if you can't tell.
I couldn't tell.
Marvelous recording quality.
But was there not one song that was on both albums?
Yes.
The hit song is Fallout?
Fallout. Ooh, what a memory.
Oh, that's a classic track. It really is.
Yeah, you won't soon forget that.
I will not. This shall be a day long remembered. It has seen the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and soon it shall see the fall of the rebellion. That's not the exact line, but something like that.
Different voice, though. Bonus points.
Well, that's my Darth Vader. That's the best I could do. I need maybe a Darth Vader mixer I can put over the mic. Yeah, Jay, you guys can do the breathing. I don't think I could talk that deep. No, I am your father. Pretty good. Why is everybody doing it now? Are people doing this at home as they're listening? People at the office are sitting there with their headsets.
Doing what? I'm just breathing.
Yeah, I'm just breathing, boss. Don't jump down my throat about everything. Okay, Mr. Bannister? God.
Bannister.
Why are you breathing like that, Jablonski?
Oh, Pat Jablonski.
Oh, my God, we have fun. Okay. Oh, you know what else is fun? Well, we do have more Oilers audio coming up, more clips from Leon Draisaitl, a couple from Stuart Skinner as well. But first...
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day
is presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app. Get started with a $50 casino bonus. Deposit $50 and use the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense.
Well, we got to go to the NFL kickoff. It's happening tonight. Cowboys at Eagles, 6:20. So I'd be a fool not to go there. Now, Jay's play of the day is on a little bit of a run right now. We did pretty good on Tuesday, Wednesday, both winners. So we're going to try and make it 3 in a row. And this is an interesting one. This is a George Pickens anytime touchdown. Cowboys wide receiver that they traded for from Pittsburgh. The reason I'm bullish on George Pickens is because CeeDee Lamb is CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's going to take coverage, as does one Terry McLaurin with the Commanders.
That's your team.
That's my team. But when you're taking that much attention, and CeeDee Lamb hasn't really had a bona fide, proven number 2 receiver to play with. So I think George Pickens is going to get a healthy amount of balls his way. And I think George Pickens might end up in the end zone tonight, because I also don't think it's going to be as much of a runaway as the odds would suggest, and as a lot of people would think that, the Eagles, they're going to roll over Cowboys. They lost Micah Parsons. The Cowboys are still a damn fine football team. It pains me to say. And this is an NFC East rivalry matchup. These games mean more. So, George Pickens, anytime touchdown, that was boosted to plus 250. So let's make it happen. That's a sprinkler for sure. That's Jay's Play of the Day. You head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, scroll to the bottom. You'll see Jay's Play of the Day. And always remember to use your game sense.
Everybody sing along at home.
It's Jay, it's Play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's Play of the Day. It's Jay's Play of the Day. Jay's Play of the Day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Fun
you know
stuff.
what my buddy Sickler said to me?
Probably lots.
A lot. Yeah. You know what he said? He said, I wish whenever I played Jay's Play of the Day, your jingle would play when I made my wager. When you press accept.
On Play Alberta.
On Play Alberta, it plays.
He's thinking big.
That would be huge.
He's thinking really big. By the way, remember to give us a thumbs up if you're checking us out on YouTube. And if you also are on YouTube and have already hit that thumbs up button, hit the share button. Share the link with somebody else. Text it to a fellow sports fan, a fellow Edmontonian, or a fellow wherever you are. We have people listening from other parts around the world. Say, hey, check these guys out. Edmonton Sports Talk. They're doing great stuff. They've grown a lot in 2 years, and they're still growing. So you can share the link to our show and other shows. We would really appreciate it. If you're on the TuneIn app or the iHeartRadio app, that's also cool. Word of mouth would be a big help for us. And I think we're doing our part in terms of our promotions and some of the partnerships we have and the growth that we've seen. And now the Nielsen Show going on Cruise FM 6 to 9 every morning. Okay, we will have more comments from the Oilers. I almost call it the morning skate. It's far from a morning skate, folks. It's not quite that. It was the captain's skate. We'll get more of those. But we started doing this every Thursday. This is so don't tell anybody. I ripped this off from another radio station.
Ooh.
Well, I ripped it off for myself. So, I forgot we have a jingle for this one too. We have so many jingles. Oh, where is it now?
What a jingle.
That's an incredible jingle.
A good one.
All right, so here's how this works. The Coob at the technical desk will play the sound of an animal, and Jason Milne and I have to figure it out as quickly as possible. Now, it's not really a contest. We just try to get it as quickly as we can. You are encouraged to play along at home. If you guess the animal before we do or help us guess it, you're just doing it out of the goodness of your heart. There is no prizing for this at the moment. Maybe someday we might, but we try not to look. We'll look after and see if anybody got it quicker than us. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes.
We will provide you with a piece of kibble.
Dog feed.
That's okay.
Or
you have to eat it yourself.
Piece of straw or hay.
For a bed for your camel. All right. Go ahead, Coop.
What?
Play that again.
There's a lot of ambient noise.
Yeah,
in
that's
the clip.
fine, but it's that sort of clicking noise in the foreground.
Yes.
Is that teeth? Is that teeth making that noise? That's my first question.
It is.
It is teeth.
Good one. Good pickup.
Is it a beaver?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Are you kidding me? What is happening?
That's
Sorry,
unreal.
I missed the high five.
That might be unbelievable.
Well, that's probably the greatest moment in my life.
That's it, Reid. See you later, everybody.
Might as well sign off now.
Reid's out.
Yeah, there's nothing. I really have nothing left to achieve.
Nope.
I don't know. It just struck me as that it sounded like teeth.
Can we play it again?
Yeah, I just knew it. Yeah, it's clearly a beaver.
So that's a beaver eating a tree.
So I think Yeah, is that what it is? He's chopping down a tree?
Yeah, he's eating he's eating a little.
He's making his
bit of
dam.
wood. And
So
he's damn good.
I believe now, counting Inside Sports in this show, there are 4 times I have done incredibly well.
Really?
So Kellen Kennedy, who is producing Inside Sports, he would have the animal sound. There was one day he played a walrus noise, and I just was like, I don't know, walrus, and it was right. Okay? He did mosquito, which I got on the first guess, which really wasn't that hard. And then one other day he played a dog barking. And I said, well, obviously it's a dog. He goes, you got to get the breed. And it was a beagle, and I got it on the third guess once I started listing dog breeds, which is pretty good because there's like hundreds of dog breeds. So this would be up there. This would be in the upper echelon of name the animal guesses. Thank you.
Whoa! Whoa! Keep them coming. I mean, this is a big. This is a big one. Play a few more.
Oh, you want to play?
Yes. Let's let the people hear it.
What we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
I really took that guess to 11. I don't know how I thought it was teeth. It just struck me as a very toothy noise.
Well, once you got that, it was teeth making the noise. I mean,
it's either, it was either gerbil.
What other toothy animals are there? Sharks?
Yeah, but I don't think they would sound like that.
It'd be more like, oh, hey, Reid.
Yeah. I'm going to bite you.
Yeah. Can I eat you?
We will have some more comments from the Oilers captain skate today. And Bryan DeArdo from CBS Sports, he's an NFL writer, will take us through some of the big lines going into big storylines going into the season. And also, we always have fun with these, are guaranteed to be correct NFL predictions. So Jay and I are going to pick the 14 playoff teams. And if you're worried, like, oh my God, we ain't going to go that in depth, everybody. It's a one segment thing. And we're going to pick who picks who in the Super Bowl. And we also have to make our picks for our show fantasy draft, which is a total of 2 players per week. So that won't take too long. Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
This is an NFC East rivalry. Cowboys, you would have to think in that locker room, they know that it sucks to not have Micah Parsons on their team anymore. But how the world is just discrediting them right now. That almost plays into for the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles did sweep the series last year and it was dominant. But when you get these rivalry games, the other team does like to show up and try to spoil the party.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
World-renowned top psychic medium and the star of Meet the Frasers, Matt Fraser comes to River Cree Resort and Casino on September 12th and 13th for a couple of special live shows. Join Matt for 2 nights of healing, hope, and laughter. Matt has become a trusted figure for people seeking closure, guidance, and connection with their loved ones. Don't miss Matt Fraser live at River Cree Resort and Casino September 12th and 13th. Both shows are 18+. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Lobsterfest is back at the Canadian Brewhouse, Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. A pound and a half of fresh Atlantic lobster with all the fixins for just $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa!
Looking for a smart alternative to heating and cooling your home? Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson, your cold climate heat pump specialists. We'll explain how Trane heat pumps offer a reliable, cost-effective heating and cooling solution. Order your Trane heat pump now and take advantage of the Canada Greener Homes Loan Initiative. Trane, it's hard to stop a Trane. From the most experienced HVAC company around, family owned and operated for nearly 50 years. Visit weiss-johnson.com.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Both Jake Serezna and Niles Morgan are confirmed out for the Elks in Edmonton's Saturday rematch at home against Calgary. Nick Anderson is also listed as doubtful, having Jared Brinkman, Curly Gittins Jr., and Jalen Williams available for the matchup. And earlier, the Elks signed defensive lineman Jordan Williams, with the 26-year-old winning a Grey Cup with the Argos last season, suiting up in 19 total CFL games. And down south, the NFL season begins with the Eagles playing host to the Cowboys. Join Lieutenant Eric for the action down at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. He'll be down there every Monday and Thursday night for NFL action. Kickoff for tonight's game goes at 6:20. And from Denver, Nick Benito has signed a 4-year, $106 million extension with the Broncos. The 25-year-old was drafted by the team in 2022. And there's 6 games in the majors, just one underway. Phillies Brewers, they finally have a run, top of the 7th. Phillies Alex Bohm running past home plate to take a 1-0 lead. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
This one reminds me of Hot for Teacher. No, I know it's not Hot for Teacher. What is this, Coop? Something we get off YouTube Music?
It's called Takeoff.
Oh, I bet it is.
Yeah. Take off. We're taking you off.
By Ethan Mixhead.
Into your Thursday afternoon in downtown Edmonton, where it's a balmy 26 degrees and sunny.
Is it that warm today?
I don't know.
No,
made
it's
that
18.
Up.
It's 18.
Sorry. It's not 26 degrees. It's 18 degrees.
I think it's going to be warm for the game Saturday, though.
Lots of praise coming for you. You look that up. Lots of praise.
25 on Saturday.
Coming in for you for getting that so fast. Grumpy Cat says, it is completely believable that Reid would get that in one. This one comes in. It doesn't have a name. It says that was one of the best sports talk radio calls of all time.
Oh, thank you.
Mikey says, Reid knows his beaver.
Thank you. All right, that was Name the Animal. We may do another animal later on in the show if we have time.
Might have to.
We have a lot to get to. We are sitting in the banquet studio, craving a late night snack. Check out the banquet's new late night happy hour menu, Sunday to Thursday, 9 p.m. until close. Enjoy favorites like sweet and spicy lettuce wraps or the banquet burger at happy hour prices. The Banquet. Get real, play hard. Email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Do you want to get in a limerick here quickly before we do more Oilers clips?
Yes, our Limerick player is not here, but I will do one. This one comes in from Bronco Nick. Do you want to pretend to do music?
Out
chasing a little white ball today. Better than losing a needle in the hay. NFL start tonight. Are your FF lineups right? Jay's play of the day? I just may.
All right. Pretty good. Okay, well, we didn't have it. Coop had to go to the can. Pardon me. Coop had to. That was so coarse of me. I'm sorry, everybody. That's very offensive. I shouldn't use that terminology. I apologize to all the parents now who have to explain to little Johnny, what's using the can mean, Papa? All right.
You're so learned now.
Well, yes, I am so learned. 780-218-9999.
Why'd you go to the can?
Why did you go before we left, Jablonski? I did, but we've been in the van 5 hours. The afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. Presented by River Cree Resort Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays. How about this? 50% off the entire menu. That's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. A little more here from the Oilers' captain skate. By the way, when you were working at Yvonne's Furniture, I mean, you're a big sports fan, but would you have any awareness or interest in the fact that there were captain skates?
No.
Like, would you be listening to a show like this and be like, it doesn't sound like much?
I'd listen to shows like this that would be brought up, but would I be seeking it? No.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's really just...
Okay, so here's a question for you. Because you're a sports fan.
Yes.
Like, you're a pretty passionate sports fan, I would say. So when you were working at Yvonne's Furniture, if you were chatting with somebody, would you be like, well, here's a couch for when you're waiting for McDavid to sign his contract? Would you work in little things like that?
You know what? If somebody came in wearing an Oilers hat or wearing a piece of Oilers attire or Winnipeg Blue Bombers, it wouldn't, whatever they were wearing, I would definitely use that to strike up conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this McDavid extension would be hot to trot at Yvonne's Furniture for sure.
It'd be something you could open a sales pitch with.
Yeah. Yeah. If you buy your sofa before the McDavid extension, you get put into a draw to receive your purchase back.
Is that how you voice the commercials?
Sure
I don't remember
Reid.
those.
We're crazy. The owner's gone. The owner's on vacation.
Oh, you do one of those, yeah. Looks like the mice are going to play.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, there was a captain skate today. We played. Well, let's just recap this one for people who missed it earlier. Leon Draisaitl on the waiting for the McDavid contract extension.
It's not really for me to comment on. Obviously, of course, I want him here as long as possible. I want to do it with him. But same comment that I had, it's about him and his family, and they're going to make their decision based on what's best for them. And, I know he loves it here. I know he feels at home here, but there's a lot of things that play into a decision like that. So, hopefully something gets reported soon.
Hopefully something is reported soon.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be great if it was tomorrow, wouldn't it? McDavid's supposed to talk tomorrow.
They wouldn't do that.
Am I over hoping that this is all part of the plan? That this was Oilers PR hinting? Oh, you may want to come to the captain's skate on Friday because McDavid's going to talk. Though I think when they announce it, it'll be
a
news conference. It'll be in the Hall of Fame room. Yeah. It'll be Jackson and/or Bowman there along with McDavid at the podium.
Okay, guys, last question. Connor, what's it like being out there with the guys? You're getting the legs back. It's been good. Oh, by the way, I signed.
Yeah,
hey, guys.
See you guys. Yeah, see you on opening day. Yeah, I'm probably hoping for too much for tomorrow, but hopefully it's coming up in the near future. Okay, let's get to this as well. Leon Draisaitl just was sort of asked a general comment about some roster changes, some new faces.
Yeah, I like it. Every team is different. It takes time to build a team. It takes time to create an identity. I think on paper, our identity is going to shift a little bit, but you never really know. So I like the moves that we've made. I like some young guys coming in. Going to bring a lot of energy. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I thought that was true what he said, too. Like, the identity always changes, and it does take a while to maybe figure out who your team is for that year. Strengths and weaknesses, who's going to do what, who has what roles and responsibilities.
Do you think the Oilers ever figured out who they were last year? Isn't identity a word you don't like?
I don't mind it. I think it can be overused.
Yes.
I think culture can be overused.
What was the identity of that team last year?
I don't know.
TBD?
Yeah, I'd have to go back and think about it. What did I say during the season? You were here.
Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster. You didn't really know what you were going to get.
I think they had more of an identity the previous year. And last year was so weird because of the injuries and or load management or protecting guys late in the season. I mean, some guys were actually injured. Some guys it was like, well, do we really have to play them? But I think, and I talked about this on Two Guys and a Goalie, I think they're better equipped for the long grind of the season. I mean, look, both of the last two seasons, they were humiliated in the first game of the season, 8-1 and 6-0. In both those seasons, they made the Stanley Cup final. I'm not saying that those two things are cause and effect, but I'm saying, okay, they eventually recovered, 2 years ago from a horrible start and last year from kind of a mediocre start to get into the playoffs and then do well in the playoffs. But I think that that's part of the journey for every team. There are changes in the offseason. There are players who get older or who improve or who drop off a little bit or coaching adjustments that need to be made along the way. That's why I tend not to freak out too much about results in October, November, December, or write teams off too early. Me personally. That's just me, maybe.
Well, and the basic question, the simple question right now is pretty easy to answer. I think for most people, certainly in this market, even if you're, not highly optimistic for this team's chances in the playoffs, but is this a playoff team?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
So does the regular season really mean that much? Or are you just trying to fine-tune the team?
Yeah, I like getting it. I mean, I'd still always like to finish as high as possible if you can. Though, I mean, last year they didn't have home ice advantage till the final. And, I mean, and the Panthers finished lower than they did the previous year as well. Just getting in is the main thing and have the team going at the right time of year.
Do you think there's a chance that this year's identity for this team can be more offensive?
No, I don't think so.
Or skilled?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Why do you ask that though? I'm curious.
Well, I'm just wondering about the evolution of a Savoy or an Ike Howard, and
having those guys,
including them in the lineup, which I think the expectations are far too high for either of them. Saying they're going to be injected in the line and double-digit plus scores, that's a big ask, especially for Ike Howard. But if let's live in a fantasy world and say that both of them exceed their expectations. This team would have to be a highly offensively skilled team, or at least perceived that way.
We did this in the summer, right? I don't think they're going to score as much as they did last year.
What if Podkolzin scores 15?
Well, okay, Podkolzin maybe. Like there are some maybes.
Yeah, you broke down the numbers and what has left and
what
I
is, found. Right. I found there were like 60 goals that need to be accounted for, and some of them will be accounted for. But we'll see. I mean, we'll do predictions for the NHL season. We'll have plenty of time to do that. We're not going to do it on Captain Skate Day. 780-218-9999 is how you text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We do have an off-topic topic going, presented by William Huff. What would the Edmonton Sports Talk version of a Captain Skate be? We've had Jasmine said we'd be doing yoga. We've had some people suggest, was that who somebody said going to Costco?
Cool.
To get supplies, to get to shop, buy chips in bulk.
Yeah, there's lots of variables going to Costco. It's a very busy spot.
That would be fun.
It would be.
Waddy in Cloverdale says DIY Donair buffet.
Wow. That's pretty good. That's a good idea.
Hampton Steve, an EST Captain Skate would be Dusty getting everyone to practice their fantasy drafting skills and then spending endless hours breaking down where everyone screwed up their draft.
Yeah, that would be good.
That'd be good team building too.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So comment there from Leon Draisaitl, who was also asked, hey, Leon, your game, like obviously you're an established player, but what do you want to work on or how do you want to improve?
Just continue to chip away at the little things of the game. Obviously, the defensive side was good last year. I think I got another step in that regard, in those little details, and continue to be, do what I do, just a little bit better each and every day.
All right, so that is from Leon Draisaitl. All right. We will have more Oilers discussion a little bit later on. We are going to shift gears to the NFL because the season kicks off tonight. A very special guest in a couple minutes, Bryan DeArdo. He covers the NFL for CBS Sports. Jay and I will have some fun doing some predictions and starting our fantasy league right here live on the air.
Two-person fantasy.
Yeah, I got to set up the spreadsheet while we're doing it. We're going to track all the stats by hand. If you missed the categories yesterday, it's not going to be too hard to track. But first, here comes the Coob from the technical desk.
Six players were listed on the Elks injury report today. Nick Anderson doubtful with an abdominal injury as Jake Cereza and Niles Morgan are confirmed out for the Saturday rematch against Calgary. On the flip side, Curly Gittins Jr. and Jared Brinkman are available for the contest, with both players being limited today at practice. And the Elks picked up 26-year-old defensive lineman Jordan Williams, who's played 19 CFL games, winning the Grey Cup with Toronto last season. Elsewhere, it's in Philly. Eagles and Cowboys kick off week 1 in the NFL. Catch the action with Lieutenant Eric at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge in Century Casino on Fort Road. It all gets going at 6:20. In other news, Nick Bonito has signed a 4-year, $106 million contract extension with the Broncos. And on the diamond, there's one game live. The Brewers trail the Phillies 1-0 in the 8th inning. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring, proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years. Their West End showroom is open 7 days a week. You can shop online at paramountflooring.ca. After the break, Bryan DeArdo from CBS Sports checks in with Reid and Jay. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Mike Tenier.
If you came in on the Eagles when they beat the Commanders and beat the Chiefs and were just walloping them in the championship game in the Super Bowl, that wasn't the Eagles during the season. The Eagles during the season had to grind out their wins. I don't think they're head and shoulders above the other teams in the NFC, but I was not able to come up with a reason to say, oh, the Eagles are going to fall off because this is the team that's going to overtake them. I don't know who that team's supposed to be.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, presented by Southport Chevrolet. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
World-renowned top psychic medium and the star of Meet the Frasers, Matt Fraser comes to River Cree Resort and Casino on September 12th and 13th for a couple of special live shows. Join Matt for 2 nights of healing, hope, and laughter. Matt has become a trusted figure for people seeking closure, guidance, and connection with their loved ones. Don't miss Matt Fraser live at River Cree Resort and Casino September 12th and 13th. Both shows are 18+. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
September is here. Although summer's entering the 7th inning stretch, the Jays are in full swing. Be ready for the baseball playoffs, and when the fall season arrives, create space with Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Thanks a lot for tuning in this afternoon. Yes, a lot of hockey talk today with the Oilers skating at the downtown community arena. Well, some of them, the captain's skate, will have more throughout the course of the show and tomorrow, as Connor McDavid is expected to speak tomorrow as we slowly ramp up for the regular season, which is about a month away. Of course, the NFL starts tonight. And to discuss some of the big storylines there, we're pleased to welcome back to Edmonton Sports Talk NFL writer for CBS Sports, Bryan DeArdo, checking in. Bryan, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. And like you guys, I'm also very excited for hockey season. That's my guilty pleasure when I'm kind of tired of football. I get to watch some hockey. But no, it's always fun to talk football, so glad to be on with you guys.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about yourself then. Like, if you can give us the Coles notes of maybe where you grew up and where you live and why hockey is a thing for you, so to speak.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, but my parents are from Pittsburgh, PA. So, I grew up with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I was 5.5 when Badger Bob Johnson and Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, Rick Tocchet, Tom Barrasso, we won the Stanley Cup. Here's the crazy part back then. The Stanley Cup wasn't broadcast nationally, so we had to drive to Pittsburgh to watch Game 6 to see them beat the North Stars. When we beat Chicago the next year, I don't think we traveled for that. I don't know how we listened to that game. But then when we got the Blue Jackets in 2000, I kind of did jump on with them. And ever since then, I've kind of struggled internally as to who's my team. I haven't made a decision yet. I like both teams. Maybe when Crosby and Malkin leave, I'll fully jump on the Blue Jackets bandwagon. But those are my two teams, and neither is as good as Edmonton, but I still cheer for them nonetheless.
Okay, I know Jay's going.
No.
This is interesting
awesome.
because it's interesting to get this perspective because the NFL is king. Like I worked on another station before I came here, and another host and I would talk about we talk about the Big Four. And then one day I said, it's not the Big Four in North America. It's the gigantic one, and then it's the Big Three, Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL. In your experience, is there a city or a pocket of the United States where the NHL team might actually be bigger or close to as popular as that city's NFL team, or is that just absurd to even think about?
That's a phenomenal question. Like right now in Miami, which I know the Panthers are Florida's team, but Florida's the most popular team, or the Panthers are the most popular team in Florida now, but they just won back-to-back Stanley Cup. So obviously they're going to get that love. Oh, that's tough though. Like maybe the Nashville Predators, Detroit, the Red Wings, like people love their Lions and Tigers, but the Red Wings, even though they're not as good right now, they're the Kings in Detroit for sure. I mean, the Penguins have carved out a big niche in Pittsburgh, even though that's still a football town. But man, I would say if there's one city, I would say maybe Denver because of the Avalanche and like all the success that they've had in the 90s and now kind of being rebirthed. Like the crazy thing about Columbus is, and this is the funny part, like Rick Nash, for example, he loved playing here because I remember seeing him at a 4th of July little fireworks thing downtown. No one knew who he was. It's Rick Nash, right? So some guys like Johnny Gaudreau, rest in peace, like that's why we as Columbus fans love him so much because he like picked us. Like we're like the ugly girl that never gets picked by the homecoming king. And he picked us. And I think one of the reasons why was this is just a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. And you're not inundated by fans because, like, they're all obsessed with Ohio State football, as you can't tell. So this is a great place to play. If you're a free agent out there and you want to come to Columbus, I'll make the pitch right now. It's a great place to play if you just kind of want to be a regular citizen and still get a chance to play in the NHL.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
you don't really get to
perspective.
think of that way, but it does make a lot of sense. Can't say as much as Mitch Marner or John Tavares or Austin Matthews up in Toronto. That would be a totally different situation. We're joined by Bryan DeArdo, NFL writer for CBS Sports. Look, let's get right to tonight's season opener. Huge NFC East matchup. The Cowboys aren't really given much of a chance tonight, at least by the odds makers. Possibly given with all the recent drama with Micah Parsons being traded away. But, I still feel like the Dallas Cowboys are still a pretty darn good football team. How do you see this game going tonight, Bryan?
Dallas is going to get crushed. I just don't see any way this game is close in the fourth quarter. Like, they've got a good offense. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, who they just acquired, but Javonte Williams is their starting running back. Like, they don't really have a great backfield right now. I do like Jadon Blue, their rookie. He could do something, but, as you mentioned, too, defensively, losing Micah Parsons, that's huge. But I think more than all of that, guys, and you guys know, being sports guys, like I think it's more the mental exhaustion for the Cowboys, dealing with all the Micah Parsons questions, all the distractions. I just think at some point by the third or fourth quarter, that's going to take its toll on them just as much as the Eagles will. And then, speaking of Philadelphia, they're frankly a better team. So for Dallas to win, the Eagles would have to make mistakes. Dallas would have to capitalize on them. Dak Prescott would have to have a huge game. But no, I see Philadelphia winning and covering the spread, whatever it is.
Doesn't even need to know what it is. They're covering.
Currently, with our friends at Play Alberta, it's at 8. So we'll see about that. Other than tonight's NFC East battle, and I like that the NFL does this specifically in the open weekend, throughout the year, but there are several other divisional rivalry games. Lions-Packers would stick out, Chiefs-Chargers, to name a couple. Which of these other divisional rivalry matchups are you looking forward to most this weekend?
I mean, Ravens Bills is great. I mean, they're like the AFC bronze and silver medalists every year, right? Like they just can't get past the Chiefs, and sometimes they can't get past each other, right? Like last year with the Ravens. But I do a lot of Baltimore radio, and they always ask me, well, is this the Ravens' year? Well, like the last 2 years has been the Ravens' year, but they keep stubbing their foot. They keep making mistakes, right? It's like a great hockey team that keeps making mistakes in their zone, right? Like they can't get out of their own way. Like they lost to the Bills by 2 in the playoffs last year with 3 turnovers. They didn't force any, and Mark Andrews dropped that would have tied the score late in the game, and they still only lost by 2. Baltimore is the best team in the AFC if they're healthy and they don't beat themselves. So very curious to see if they handle business in week 1. Another game, I'm interested in a lot of games. You mentioned Chargers-Chiefs. I'm interested in that game. But Steelers-Jets, very interested. Both teams basically swap quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers has a lot to prove. Didn't play at all in the preseason. So I think that there could be some bumps in the road as far as that offense. And then, the Jets committed to Justin Fields. We'll see how well he does against his former team. And Cam Hayward, the Steelers' third best defensive player, hasn't said if he's going to play or not, because he wanted his contract redone this offseason. He didn't practice today. So a lot of storylines for that game as well.
We have a lot of listeners from all over Alberta, Canada, and because we don't have a team in Canada, it's kind of everybody's got their own teams. There's Cincinnati fans. I'm a Commanders fan. Reid likes the Seahawks. It's all over the place. So I want to ask you a question, because it's easy to look at the top of the league and say, oh, these are all the favorites. These are all the big dogs. But I want to go the other direction. I want to look at those that are the projected losers of the NFL. The bottom 6 of the barrel right now would be the Saints, Browns, Jets, Titans, Giants, and Panthers. Bryan DeArdo, out of those 6 teams, which team in that group do you think will overachieve and be a much better team than at least the odds makers are giving them?
So I'm not going to go with my heart or my head, because I am very partial to people that I do radio with, and I do a lot of stuff in Charlotte, and I've been pounding on the door for them to be good for a couple of years because I like what they're doing. I like Canales, their coach. I like Hubbard, their running back, and they play in a very weak division. So I think Carolina could be my pick, and they were very close in a lot of games last year, and their record I don't think reflects the kind of team that they are. So I could see Carolina being good, but that's going to be contingent as well as the Falcons not being as good, which could happen because Penix, he's unproven, right? And also, the Saints, as you alluded to, like they don't have a quarterback. They're an interesting team as well, though. I think they could certainly be an interesting team. A lot of Giants fans are running away with what they saw in the preseason. I think it's fool's gold. Someone that watched a lot of Russell Wilson last year. So I think Carolina, out of all those teams, could be a team that surprises people.
Chuba Hubbard, local guy from the Edmonton area. So
I didn't know that. There we go.
Yeah, he's from one of the suburb cities, if you want to call it that. So yeah, that's fun. I want to ask you this: Did they change the kickoff rule again? What's going on?
I don't think they've done much to it. I think the one thing they've done, the one thing I want them to do. So I don't think they've changed much this year, to my knowledge. Like okay. I think all the touchbacks and everything are the same. I think the one thing that I wanted they didn't do, but the USFL did it, and I loved it. An onside kick option. Outside of that, if you score, you get 1 4th down. Let's call it 4th and 12 from your 28. You convert, you keep it. If you lose, if you don't convert, the other team gets it wherever you left off.
Okay.
I think that would be tremendous because you can't do a surprise onside, which I hate. Yeah. And you have to announce when you're doing an onside kick. So we're in an offensive league, right? We're about entertainment. And so given all the offenses we have now in today's NFL, why wouldn't you have that as an option? At least maybe in the last 2 minutes of the half and of the game. Hey, if you score, you get a 4th and 12 to try it again. That personally is what I would like to see them do. I know it was initially going to be voted on, and then whoever pitched it pulled it away because I don't think they thought it was going to have a chance to succeed. But that's something that's in the works that I do think will be in the NFL sometime soon.
That they'll get to run an offensive play instead of doing a short kick. Okay.
Yeah, and again, The USFL did it. It was in their championship game. Late in the game, they did it. It was high drama for the 18 people, including myself, that watched it. Like, it was great. And again, I don't know why the NFL doesn't. Can you imagine that? Like let's look at tonight's game. Let's say Dallas somehow makes it close. They score late. And then a minute and a half left, they get a chance to keep the ball after they score on a 4th and 12 conversion. Like, who said that's a bad idea? And I get it's unorthodox. We changed the kickoff so much, it doesn't look anything like it did 10, 20 years ago. Why wouldn't we change that?
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you like doing predictions? Can we ask you who beats who in the Super Bowl? Jay and I are going to do that. Okay, so 2 Canadian guys in Northern Alberta. And I know now you're going to. I don't know Bryan very well, but I know his passion, and I know how informed. I bet you when he's done, he Googles Chuba Hubbard and Googles the hometown and looks up the map of Northern Alberta, and then I bet you he's going to do that. So now my phone is Googling Chuba Hubbard because I said that. But us 2 Northern Alberta guys are going to do our playoff picks. So all we want from you is who beats who in the Super Bowl. We'll make it easy for you.
Oh, wow. We're going to go right to the Super Bowl.
Why not?
Let's go Eagles over Ravens.
Ooh, bird battle.
Battle of the birds. There you go. Eagles over Ravens.
Okay. All right. Bryan, you're the best. Great football talk, great hockey talk. We're glad that we can kind of go anywhere with you, which is a lot of fun. We'll probably bug you again during the season. Thanks for hopping on this one. Enjoy the game tonight, my friend. Really appreciate it.
No, hey, guys, anytime. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. And if my Jackets or Penguins have any reason to be discussed on the show, I'm more than happy to do that also down the road.
Okay, yeah. We'll probably do that. We could probably mix it all together
Football
later on.
And
one last thing, if I may, real quick. Is it Mario or Mario? Please settle a debate with all my non-Pittsburghers who think it's Mario.
I say Mario.
I say Mario.
Mario?
I used to say Mario when I was a kid, but then I think everybody says Mario, don't they? Well, we settled nothing for you, Bryan. So now he's going to be like, so I'm on with these 2 useless guys in Northern Alberta. Yeah.
Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, Bryan. Okay, that's great stuff. Bryan DeArdo, NFL writer for CBS Sports. So he's taking Philly. What's he taking? Philly over Ball?
Yeah.
Bolt in the Super Bowl. We're going to do our picks. Okay, the Eric in the Nasty Chat. Oh, yeah, I read that earlier. So the touchback comes out to the 35 instead of the 30. And now you can try an onside kick if you're behind at any time, not just in the 4th, but you still have to declare it. You still have to say we're trying a shorter kick for an onside recovery.
Yeah, November 13th, the Oilers are in Columbus.
That'd be a good time to have them on. That's about almost halfway through the NFL season, or maybe it will be halfway.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Bryan's great. Good energy. Smitty the Welder, how do you say the Cowboys are a good team? Did you say that?
I said that they still are a good team. Now, I don't think they're great, but I don't know. I just have a feeling about this game that it's going to be tighter than what the line would suggest.
Okay.
And I did also say
I think the Eagles are going to manhandle them. I'm with Bryan.
Yeah. Part of it is that I'm just still a Commanders fan that's not used to being good. So
Commanders should be good again.
I know, but like we've got our asses handed to us by the Cowboys for all of eternity, pretty much for me. So I'm still, gun shy of the Cowboys. So yeah, anytime we can hang a beating on them, that's good.
Smitty the Welder, good to hear from you, Smitty. Does Smitty have a team? Because isn't that we have
Smith TM14's a 49ers
he's 49ers.
Smitty, who's your team?
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have to have a team, but if he has a team, that's cool.
I think he would.
There's a few 49ers fans around. There was
Hernandez.
Hernandez 49ers?
Massive.
Is Collingwood Rob 49ers? I for some reason I'm thinking that, but I could be wrong.
I wonder what is Bronco Nick?
Yeah, I don't know who does Bronco Nick like.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I think he likes the Arizona Cardinals.
No.
I don't know. Well, maybe he'll
ask. It's a team that plays.
Oh, Smitty the Welder likes the Niners too.
It's a team that plays in a mountainous region.
Oh, Boise State. It's Boise State.
Is it Boise?
Yeah, it's Boise State.
Yeah.
It's an NCAA team. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
780-218-9999 is how you text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino is home of Tap 25 Restaurant. How about this? $18.99 prime rib special, 7 days a week, except for show nights, from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. And that is available for dine-in or takeout. So we could drive over to the River Cree. Say, put your finest prime rib in a box for me. I'm taking it home. I'm taking it out.
Should we do a quick limerick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
All right, this one came in from VR Montenegro.
By the way, keep hitting the thumbs up, buddy. We're on pace for 100, but don't slow down.
NFL tonight, head on down to Selly's and grab some great food to fill up your bellies. Eric is there all year. Come have a cup o' cheer. Tommy won't. He's busy hunting at Kelly's.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
you crazy people out there.
You slay me, VR.
Sassy
sassy
VR. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. I sprinkled something while Brian was on.
On me? On my play of the day?
I'm not sure I like yours, to be honest with you. I'm not sure I like yours.
I know what you did.
I'm not going to.
I know what you bet you. I know what you did.
Go ahead.
CD Lamb anytime touchdown.
No, I did Devonta Smith longest catch 23 yards or more, or 23 plus. And I put a very small amount. I don't bet a lot, everybody. There's not a lot in my Play Alberta account. I'd say it's literally peanuts, but then I would die. It's corn nuts. Corn nuts aren't actually nuts. And I put a little bit on the Eagles to cover the, 8 or 8.5? 8. Yeah. All right. Play Alberta, presenting sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk. Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action. I'll have to try out the live dealer someday. Lottery, instant and sports betting. Reid, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Well, what's on your laptop? Oh, no, I'm not doing anything. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Why were you screaming, come on, 14, for the last 5 minutes? No reason, guys. I'm just looking up some stats, actually. Yeah.
Red.
Okay, you can post in the nasty chat as well. People having fun there, talking football, talking about box prime rib and various other things. If you haven't already on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, hit the like button. We want to get back into the fall and winter hockey rhythm of hitting 100 thumbs at least every show.
At least
every show. So in the next segment, we're going to have some more fun.
Call him that.
Primetime Coop.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I ruined it. I did. That's not very smooth. You can't show me something like that because I'll just say it.
Throw.
Yeah. We're gonna have some fun in the next segment because we are gonna do our NFL picks for the season. We're gonna make a very half-assed attempt to pick the 14 playoffs, and we're not gonna go into detail. We're basically gonna list them off and say 2 words about each thing. And then we're going to pick who beats who in the Super Bowl. So that's what we want from you in the next 20 minutes. Put it in the nasty chat or text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. You don't have to do all your playoff teams. Who beats who in the Super Bowl? We'll see if we get a consensus Reid Wilkins show with Jason Milne Super Bowl pick and matchup. Okay, for fun. We'll do it between now and 5 o'clock just for fun. Here's Primetime Coop.
Both Jake Sereza and Niles Morgan are confirmed out for the Elks in the Edmonton Saturday rematch at home against Calgary. Nick Anderson is also listed as doubtful, having Jared Brinkman, Curly Gittins Jr., and Jalen Williams available for the matchup. Earlier, the Elks signed defensive lineman Jordan Williams, with the 26-year-old winning a Grey Cup with the Argos last season. He suited up in 19 total CFL games. And down south, the NFL season begins when the Eagles play host to the Cowboys. Join Lieutenant Eric for the action down at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Ford Road. He'll be down there every Monday and Thursday night for NFL action. Kickoff for tonight's game goes at 6:20. And from Denver, Nick Benito has signed a 4-year, $106 million extension with the Broncos. The 25-year-old was drafted by the team back in 2022. And there's 6 games in the majors, having the Phillies hold a 2-0 lead over the Brewers in the bottom of the 9th. The only game live right now, as the Dodgers and Pirates are just about to get underway. The Reid Wilkins Show continues on the other side of the break. I'm Primetime Coob, signing off for your sports update.
EST Hangout.
Okay, so the Panthers cap. What will happen when Tkachuk comes back? They have to give up one of their good players, don't they?
Are they over?
Yes, they're going to be over. That's what I'm
They're $4.5 million over. And the Oilers were over the cap last year. Yep. So the Oilers still have to make it work too. So what are the Oilers going to do?
Yeah, I guess same with Vegas and Montreal.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win big this NFL season at the Canadian Brewhouse presented by Bud Light. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 60, plus prizes like smokers, Bud Light coolers, and a trip to an NFL home opener next season. Enjoy $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Okay, thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Oilers, Captain Skates. I was at the downtown community arena this morning. Leon Draisaitl and Stuart Skinner took some questions from the media. Let's just redo this one. Leon Draisaitl really singing the praises of Vasily Podkolzin.
Podsy does a lot of things that a lot of people that don't really understand hockey, they don't see it. He does a lot of work for me, and it lets me have a lot of time with the puck and sets me up in great situations where, you know, I lack that in my game. He does a lot of great things for me personally. So I really, really love playing with him. He's a great player. He's really, really underrated with the puck. Really underrated hockey sense. Great hockey mind. So I think there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more offense. I think there's a lot more finish. Hopefully, yeah, it'll come out. But he's a player that doesn't need to score to be really, really valuable and effective.
All right. Yeah, looking forward to seeing how Podkolzin can do this season. As we go into the afternoon debate, Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club open to the public with Twilight Golf specials. They go easy on your wallet and wings so good they should be on parade. Hit the course, crush some wings, and soak in the sunset. Visit egmgolf.com to book your round today. We played there last Monday. Had a great time with Matt. So I'm glad we got out and played. Various levels of competence.
I was striking the ball pretty dang well.
You played pretty well. Yeah. You played pretty well. I played well for 4 holes.
Not bad coming from my fantasy draft the day before.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was a late night.
Yeah. For how little I have played this summer, I actually didn't mind how I played.
Yeah. We were both hitting the ball relatively well.
Not bad. And my putting was very good for 5 holes. And then all of a sudden I forgot how to putt.
Yep.
That actually cost me quite a bit.
I was very pleasantly, I don't know if surprised is the right word, but that is a really nice track.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was
good to play. Yeah, and he said how they redesigned a couple holes, which were smart choices.
There's one hole was a par 5 where he said it used to be very
like angular.
Yeah. But they massaged it out.
Yeah.
Beautiful hole.
And I do find, I mean, you hit the ball farther than I do. Most people do. But even you wouldn't be a big hitter by some guys who might be single-digit handicaps. But if you could really drive the ball, there would be some interesting choices.
Yeah.
I think, like, are you going to cut the corner? Or are you going to go over those trees or play a little more conservatively? So we had a great time. egmgolf.com. All right, so for the afternoon debate, We're gonna save these so we can laugh at ourselves in the future. Though I think last year we both were 8 out of 14 for playoff teams.
You beat me by 1.
Maybe I was 8 and you were
slightly
7.
better.
And then for the Super Bowl, you had Lions over Chiefs, and I had Chiefs over Lions.
That's right.
And the Chiefs made it and lost. So I guess you were closer there because you had them losing. So let's do our...
Now, we prepared these
separately. Yeah, we have no idea what we're going to say. Yeah, last year we didn't know we were going to pick the same Super Bowl teams. So let's do our 7 playoff teams from the AFC. So look, guys, we're not going to give you a full breakdown of what we think of every team. This is for fun. So here are my division winners in the AFC. Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, and Houston Texans.
Wow, this is great.
Did you pick the same 4 teams? Well, don't show me all of them. That's forbidden. That's forbidden information.
Yes, I have Buffalo.
Yeah, that seems to be
Chiefs,
a consensus.
Ravens, Texans.
And I looked on some websites. That seems to be a consensus.
I didn't look at any websites.
So
this is straight from the bank.
I have to do research.
The memory bank of Jay Milne.
I can't even remember all the teams in the league anymore.
Well,
all right. So my AFC wildcard teams.
Why don't I go first?
You go first
because they're probably going to be the same.
Okay.
Broncos.
I have them.
Bengals.
I have them. This is great.
Steelers.
I have them as well. We picked the same 7 playoff teams in the AFC. All right. This is
fantastic.
Stunningly bizarre radio right now. Okay. National Football Conference. You want to go? Okay, you go first. I won't respond to each one.
Philly. San Francisco 49ers. Detroit Lions. Atlanta Falcons.
So those are your division winners, automatically leading the top 4 seeds. I also have the Eagles winning the NFC East. I have Detroit winning the North. Is that who you took?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC West.
Look what I did.
No, I'm not looking because then I was like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Well, you crossed it out.
I crossed it out.
Okay. And the NFC South, the least interesting division in NFL football, I just put Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Because whatever.
Tampa Bay's probably the favorite in that division.
Okay.
But I have a long-term parlay play that says Atlanta and Michael Penix Jr. are, because that division always comes down to one or 2 games.
Yeah, and it's like a 10-win team winning the division.
If that.
Yeah.
If that. So I took a little bit of a gamble there.
So we're different there. We're different there. We may have, so my wild card teams.
I would imagine, well, no, they can't be the same, but maybe there's one
San Francisco.
swap. Right, which I had winning the NFC West.
Right. Okay. I'll put Green Bay in.
Oh, no.
And Washington.
Oh, okay.
I'm not taking the Seahawks.
No.
Well, I think they'll have a good defense.
Me neither. So I have Washington, Green Bay, and the LA Rams. So the only different team we have is the NFC South winner out of all 14 playoff teams.
Right. So we have 13 of the same 14 teams, but we have 3 of them in different spots in the NFC. That's creepy.
My Super Bowl.
And somewhat boring.
My Super Bowl.
Oh, I think we're going to have 4 different teams here.
You're okay. Good.
I think.
I have the losing team being the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
I have the victors as the Detroit Lions.
You're picking them again.
Again.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
Okay, well, I didn't think you were going to go with the Bills. I did. I have the Bills winning the Super Bowl. I think, and I looked at a bunch of different stuff. I feel like the Ravens are the consensus pick, and Bryan DeArdo thinks they're the best team in the league. But I'm going to pick Buffalo to get over the hump this year.
I wouldn't mind that.
And then my NFC champion is going to be a team that is a rival of my favorite team, but I have a lot of respect for this franchise, and they always seem to figure it out as the year goes on. You know, my old figure it out type team? Like
figure it out.
Maybe they start mediocre, and then they get better as the season goes on. I think they're well coached, and they do have some playoff experience. I'm taking Buffalo to win the Super Bowl over the Los Angeles Rams.
Wow. That's a hot take alert right there.
Thank you, I guess.
That's a hot take.
Jablonski, that take is too hot. Put it down.
Huh. I didn't see that. Did not have Reid picking the LA Rams to make the Super Bowl on my bingo card today.
Well, here's the thing. With the NFL, it's so unpredictable. And it's 5 months down the road. We're trying to figure out what happens.
So you're a Sean McVay fan?
I think he's a good coach.
I think he's a great coach.
Yeah, I think he's good. I don't know if he's 40 yet.
Matthew Stafford, the quarterback. Are you at all concerned about his health holding up?
Sure.
He's not.
But
he's
it's
no
not
spring
it's
chicken.
not like it's going to keep me up at night.
Well, I don't think much that you do would keep you up at night.
No, with predictions especially.
Yeah, with predictions.
Because they're the most. Rams guy Rob all of a sudden is a fan of mine.
Well, of course he'd say that. He's Rams guy Rob. If I had Leo the Lion, he'd say, "Great pick, Jay."
So you're taking Lions over Bills, and I'm taking Bills over Rams. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Who's the MVP? Let's add that.
Allen.
Of the regular season, not the Super Bowl.
Oh, we got to do Lamar.
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, think he'll win MVP?
I hope he does. If he does, that means the
Did Allen win it last year, or did Jackson win it last year? I can't even remember.
Allen.
He did, but Jackson
should have won.
Probably had very good stats as well. And
the
a very
NFL
good team.
does not like to give them out consecutively.
Because Jackson won in 19 and 23. Okay. But Jackson was the Professional Football Writers Association MVP. Allen was the Associated Press, which I guess is more considered the official one. Okay, just some picks we have coming in here in the Nasty Chat for fun. Where do we have here? Chaos Jester says Ravens over Eagles. So he's doing the opposite of Bryan DeArdo. Gord says Bills over Packers. How about that one? And supersized Indiana Jones, a.k.a. the Big Uke, says Lions over Bills. So that's the same you have.
Yep.
We didn't get a lot of predictions. What are people doing?
I got here. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Temp night. It says Packers over the Bills. Collingwood Rob, who, by the way, Reid clarified earlier that he's a Green Bay fan for the NFC.
Oh, you know who
and
it
a
is?
Pittsburgh fan for the AFC, which I think is diabolical.
Yes, it is. There was I don't know if he's followed me over here. On Inside Sports, there was a gentleman with the handle West End Rob, I believe. That was a Niners fan.
His prediction is Green Bay versus Buffalo with Jerry Jones choking on Micah Parsons, MVP of the Super Bowl, and the Packers win it all. Library Pat says...
Say that again?
He says Super Bowl prediction.
What?
Green Bay versus Buffalo with Jerry Jones choking on Micah Parsons, MVP of the Super Bowl, and the Packers win it all.
Okay.
Library Pat says, Jay, if your Super Bowl prediction happens, that'd be Eric's team versus Dusty's team, a morning show implosion. That is true.
Oh, okay. Eric is Ravens?
No, Buffalo.
Matthew,
Ravens. Sully says Vikings over the Bills. Wow, you must be a Vikings fan.
The Vikings got that quarterback.
JJ to JJ.
I guess every team has that quarterback. You could say, yeah, they got that guy at quarterback. They sure do, Reid. Abutsky says Rams over Chiefs. That's the first Chiefs submission we had. They should still be good.
Yeah, I'm not buying that the Chiefs are just going to fall off the face of the earth.
I think they're in the playoffs for sure.
I think this is Buffalo. Buffalo's got to have this happen sooner than later, or Sean McDermott's on the hot seat. He might already be on the hot seat.
Chaos Jester getting a little more detailed in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up if you're there. Comeback Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey.
Well, he's already
very
hurt.
Possible.
He's already hurt. He's going to be out 2 to 3 weeks.
You know who? Okay, in all seriousness, the Comeback Player of the Year could be a Seahawk.
Sam Darnold?
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper the Gorby.
I always liked him with the Rams. I was glad.
I did. I love Cooper Kupp.
I know he's a little older now, but yeah. I think he's a very good player.
Timber Woodsman says Riders over the Argos. Wait, what?
What's going on? Where are we?
Sully says Vikings Super Bowl champs with rookie J.J. McCarthy with the MVP. Well, that would be fantastic.
Is he still considered a rookie?
Yeah, he didn't play last year.
Did he play at all, or was he hurt in the preseason?
He was hurt in training camp.
Oh, it was training camp. For some reason, I thought it was the first game of the season. Okay, my bad. Coop, who do you have? Did we go to the Coop? Did we go to primetime Coop for his picks?
Let's go to primetime.
Bills and Lions. Bills winning.
Oh, so you're the same as me, but you have Buffalo win.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we got to do our picks. Okay,
And
we'll
Hernan
have to
and
do
I
them
have the
after
same
5. We
as
got to
well.
do our guaranteed to be. Okay, so those are our. Okay, did we write that down for primetime Coop?
Well, he's the same as me.
You do those because I'm going to do the stats for our fantasy league.
Okay, I'll take pictures of this.
Yeah, we're the same, but snip, snap. Other way around.
Snip, snap, snip, snap. Okay, got it.
All right. So when we come back after 5.
Yeah, I got to take a picture of your sheet.
Oh, no, then you'll see who I'm going to draft.
Okay, well then after the draft.
So Jay and I,
not that is
to get into the spirit of
difference.
fantasy football, and we set the rules for it yesterday, and we'll recap them. We wanted to do the world's simplest fantasy football league. So we're going to pick 2 players each every week. 1 quarterback and 1 kicker. We'll describe how you get points. And then the rule is once you pick a player, you can't pick him again. Now, the other guy can pick him.
Yes.
So if I take Joe Montana today, I can't take him again, but Jay could take him in weeks 2 through 18.
Yep.
So that's one part of the rules. So we'll do that. We have a very sort of heartbreaking and serious newsy story coming up about.
Yeah, it's a local women's soccer team. I guess it would technically girls. It's U17 soccer here in Edmonton, where the provincial championships were held. The deal was that the 2 teams that make the final are both qualified for nationals.
Okay.
Both these teams played, went to extra time, ended in a penalty kick, 1-0. Now, both these teams are from the same club. The club is called BTB. Okay, one was a 2009 team, one was a 2008 team. That's in terms of their birth year. That's how that works.
Right.
Okay, so a younger team playing the older team, but they were from the same club. After the fact, after they received the medals, after they've celebrated, after they've had their headshots taken for the media guide for Canada Soccer, 2 weeks after the fact, they get told and notified that only one of the teams can now go to nationals. Oh, and by the way, the other team that gets to go is actually the 3rd place team because of an amendment to a rule made by Soccer Canada in January. But here's the rub. Soccer Canada didn't tell anybody about this amendment. And this never came to fruition until after these young ladies won this tournament. So we're gonna dive into it. We've got Ardette Horsfield coming on. She's a coach.
Okay.
So it is heartbreaking and stuff like this. To be quite honest, it pisses me off because this is kids, and you're just ripping their hearts out for no reason, for a mistake. So hey, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but if you're gonna do that, we got to rectify it.
Okay.
So we're gonna get into that.
We're going to talk about that. We are in the Banquet Studio. Spin to Win Fridays at the Banquet. Spin the wheel for a chance to win big and save on your bill. Details at thebanquetbar.com.
2 guys and a goalie.
I don't like that people are like making him out to be a villain in the negotiation. If anyone's like, well, how dare he needs to take less so that they can win. Give your head a shake. That's such a crazy attitude. You've seen enough ups and downs and you've lost twice in the finals and there is zero obligation in that negotiation to take a hometown deal. It's like he should get what he's worth. He's the best player in the world.
2 guys and a goalie presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Looking for a smart alternative to heating and cooling your home? Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson, your cold climate heat pump specialists. We'll explain how Trane heat pumps offer a reliable, cost-effective heating and cooling solution. Order your Trane heat pump now and take advantage of the Canada Greener Homes Loan Initiative. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. From the most experienced HVAC company around, family owned and operated for nearly 50 years.
Visit weiss-johnson.com.
Back to school? Really?
Yay!
free.
Really?
As things settle back into a routine in your home, you may need extra space. Sentinel Storage is here to help with a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Elks injury report has 2 players ruled out for Saturday's Labor Day rematch. Jake Sereza and Niles Morgan are unavailable for the Elks. Meanwhile, Nick Anderson is doubtful, with Jared Brinkman, Curly Gittins Jr., and Jalen Williams all available for the game. Earlier, 26-year-old defensive lineman Jordan Williams was signed by the Elks. He's played 19 games with the Argos over the past 2 seasons. And down south, it's banner night for the Eagles as they take on the Cowboys to kick off the NFL season. Swing by Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge in Century Casino on Fort Road to join Lieutenant Eric for 6:20 kickoff. And according to ESPN, big changes are coming to the NCAA transfer portal after the Football Oversight Committee voted today that they're going to get rid of the spring transfer window, forming just one transfer window, which opens up in early January. In baseball, there's one game wrapped up right now. The Dodgers and Pirates are locked at 0s, top of the second. I'm Zachary Kubich. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Oh my goodness. I hope everybody has as much fun at work as Jay and I do every day. And even the Coob at the technical desk. Oilers have a new goaltending coach. His name is Peter Aubrey. Stuart Skinner with some comments today.
Ever since he's been hired, we've been having some really good calls. I've been able to go through some of my video in the past couple of years, honestly, and just kind of reviewing, the ways that I like to play and his thoughts on that. And Peter, he's been fantastic. He's been super cool, calm, collected, and he's just been very easy to talk to and very easy to work with. So, it's been an awesome start so far.
Is it like a massive adjustment having a new voice when you have a different philosophy with a different coach, or is it more just tweaks and learning a personality?
Honestly, this being kind of my first time going through it, I'm not too sure how it is all the time, but just in my experience, it's been pretty ever-flowing. I think it's been a pretty easy transition, just going to Pete's philosophies. It's just getting in the way of the puck, So he's brought some really good points for me to think about, and some stuff that we've been working on, and that's kind of the name of the game. Just continue to work on certain things that you can get better at.
All right, a little bit there from Stuart Skinner as the Oilers are holding captain skates at the downtown community arena, scheduled to be on the ice 10 tomorrow morning, and Connor McDavid will field some questions after that skate. So, of course, we'll have the latest for you here on all our great programming on Edmonton Sports Talk. Jason Milne, Reid Wilkins with you. Thanks for tuning in. It's 5:08. Buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com. Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real estate. All right, so we'll start off. We'll do our picks. I'll make a little spreadsheet here as I'm hosting the show. Can I do both things at once? TBD, brah. All right, so I'll put a column for the week. So it's week 1, and then I'll make a column for me. No, I'll make a column for you, alphabetical first. I'll make another column for me, and then there'll be a column for points after each guy. So here's how this is going to work. And this is partly with listener suggestions from yesterday.
Well, let's be honest. This is the RWS.
Well, we don't have the die.
Oh, I'll run and get it.
Okay.
The RWS WJM PSL DT GCL in support of the St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Guys. Boys. So one kicker.
Because Dollar Tree is part of it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. The prize is a $10 GC. You can spend that on anything.
Right.
But I think both of us had said that we would gladly split it and use 5 for ourselves and make a donation.
That's the kind of guys we are.
School for Poorly Coordinated Boys on behalf of the Reid Wilkins Show.
So here's how this will work. We will each draft one quarterback and one kicker each week. We'll probably do it on Thursday. Coob's laughing at the whole premise of this. Then the categories are for kickers.
Yes.
Total distance of made field goals. The amount of field goals you make does not matter.
Are we including point after?
No, field goals.
Just field goals.
Just field goals.
Real kicks.
Whoever has more gets a point.
Yes.
And then we're including total touchdowns by your quarterback, whether he runs in or passes for a touchdown. The winner for each week gets a point.
Yes.
So if Jay's quarterback gets 6 total touchdowns and my guy gets 1, the score isn't 6-1. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. So very simple. We're going to get the D100. You got to go get it. You know where it is?
Yeah,
I put it by that picture. So we'll do this for 18 weeks. We'll maybe have a winner. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up tied. So this is the simplest and in some ways silliest fantasy football league we could think of. What's going on, Coop?
If it does end up tied, is there a tie breaker for this, or will it just
I think we'll worry about a tiebreaker in the future. Okay. That'll be another TBD bra.
If there is a tiebreaker, we could just make the whole gift certificate a $10 donation.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I guess nobody wins. Yeah, just the St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Boys.
They win.
So we'll do a snake draft every week. And whoever... Okay, how about this? You're first alphabetically, so 1 to 50.
Yeah,
you go first and fourth. 51 to 100, I'll draft first and fourth. We won't do any selections. Give it a little roll. This D100, if you're not watching on YouTube, it's a big metal ball. It doesn't really have sides, so it's hard to balance, and it has rested on 61. So I will draft first and fourth.
Yes.
All right, so total touchdowns. So
well, you could pick their kicker first.
I could pick the kicker first, but I'm going to pick the quarterback first, and I will take Jaden Daniels from the Washington Commanders.
Good pick.
Okay.
Okay, so that means I'm up, right?
Yes.
That's this draft. I get so confused.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. You get the next 2 picks, then it's back to me. Okay? just to clarify. Okay, so it's like imagine a snake.
Yeah. Yes.
Snake curling around.
Curling around once. One bend.
It's just a garter snake.
Okay, then I'm going to take Josh Allen.
Okay, I'm typing that in the spreadsheet. It's there. Okay.
And for my second and final pick.
I'm putting people in the wrong column. Hang on.
Oh, gosh.
I've already ruined the draft, everybody. No, I haven't. Okay. So we both have taken court. So I can't take Daniels again this season, and you can't take Allen, but the other guy can.
That's right.
Okay. And then who's your kicker?
For my second and final kick.
Pick.
What did I kick?
You said kick.
Pun intended. I'm going to take Brandon Aubrey, kicker for the Cowboys, which means we have some action tonight.
Oh, wow. We'll have some results recorded tomorrow. I'm going to take Will Lutz. I hope he's still a current kicker. I was looking up the kickers in the National Football League. All right, so we're going to learn a lot. We're going to have some fun. So Jay has Josh Allen and what's his name? Chandler Aubrey?
I believe it's Brandon Aubrey.
Oh, yeah.
It's a kicker, Reid.
And I'm taking Jaden Daniels and Will Lutz. So we'll keep this updated throughout the course of the year. It's going to be incredible.
That was the first ever draft for the RWSW JMPSL DT GCL in support of the St. Vincent School.
Okay.
Do you know what that whole acronym is?
Save it.
Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne, Pumpkin Spice Latte.
Yeah, we worked PSL in there.
What's DTGCL?
Dollar Tree Gift Card League.
Gift Card League.
Because Coob's going to take us to Dollar Tree.
This is fantastic.
Fantasy draft. There, I saved it as a spreadsheet. We are off and running. We may be the only ones who find this entertaining.
That's fine. I like my picks. What can I say? I love my team.
Chaos Jester says the tiebreaker is based on the number of unsportsmanlike penalties taken by the quarterbacks and the kickers. That would be something.
Spicy.
Going back and tracking that for sure. Give us a thumbs up if you're on YouTube.
Max Bezzozu. Sounds like this weekly draft needs theme music.
Yeah, we might have to get some
composed. What we should do? We should just play the NFL film music in the background.
Yeah, like the frozen tundra of the St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Boys. They are indeed rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, but nowhere near the end zone. Do they even know where their end zone is? Coach Sanderson can't take any more. Jablonski, that's not even our damn end zone!
And down goes Peters again.
Not touched. Still eligible to stand up and run, but he's cut badly. All right. Buying or selling. Woo. So there's a Friday night game tomorrow in Brazil.
Yeah.
Buying or selling. The NFL should just have Friday night games all season long. Well, we don't want to interfere with high school football. Oh, really?
I don't think you really care.
Yeah.
Selling. I like the current format. I like a Thursday nighter. Get things going, get the juices flowing.
Right.
I like the full slate on Sunday.
Okay.
And I obviously Monday Night Football I like the most. But see, when later in the season when they do the Saturday games, that really limits the slate on Sunday.
True.
And I don't like that so much.
Okay.
Keep it the way it is.
Yeah, tomorrow. So last year I didn't watch that game in Brazil because I went to the Bears football. No, the Bears are on the road in Regina tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably. I'm visiting a cousin tomorrow, but it'll probably be on at his house where I could ask. Oh, hey, what's on your TV? Is your TV? Can I just look at something here? Just want to see what channels you get.
Oh, that's just for show. I actually don't have any sort of a cable
nothing
package.
Connected. Yeah, you'll have to install an antenna.
Wah, 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 wah.
That is buying or selling for Damon Bunting. We are in the banquet studio every Monday, bowl for just $2 all day at the banquet bar. Walk in, grab your friends, and start your week with some fun. Get real, play hard at the banquet. We're going to have this, pretty serious story, actually. We want to get some details and perspective about a one local soccer team, but two teams involved in the final, denied a trip to nationals. We're going to have an assistant coach on when we get back.
Both Jake Cereza and Niles Morgan of the Elks will miss the Labor Day rematch on Saturday. Nick Anderson is also listed as doubtful, having Jared Brinkman, Curly Gittins Jr., and Jalen Williams available for the matchup. And earlier, the Elks signed defensive lineman Jordan Williams, with the 26-year-old winning the Grey Cup with the Argos last season, suiting up in 19 total CFL games. And down south, the NFL season begins with the Eagles playing host to the Cowboys. Join Lieutenant Eric for the action down at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. He'll be there for every Monday and Thursday night. Kickoff for tonight's game goes at 6:20. And according to ESPN, big changes are coming to the NCAA transfer portal after the Football Oversight Committee voted earlier today that they're going to get rid of the spring transfer window, forming just one transfer window, which opens in early January. And in baseball, the lone game has the Dodgers and Pirates locked at zeros in the bottom of the second inning. The Reid Wilkins Show continues on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
all in on St. Louis.
He got bad advice from his agent.
Yeah.
I was with someone from Oilers hockey ops during that time as well, and they were just saying he made a poor choice.
I also feel like the Oilers didn't match out of spite.
They felt slighted by him.
Yeah, but still, you let one of your only few prospects
The
go.
Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. Two bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
World-renowned top psychic medium and the star of Meet the Frasers, Matt Fraser comes to River Cree Resort and Casino on September 12th and 13th for a couple of special live shows. Join Matt for 2 nights of healing, hope, and laughter. Matt has become a trusted figure for people seeking closure, guidance, and connection with their loved ones. Don't miss Matt Fraser live at River Cree Resort and Casino September 12th and 13th. Both shows are 18 plus. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
September is here. Although summer's entering the 7th inning stretch, the Jays are in full swing. Be ready for the baseball playoffs, and when the fall season arrives, create space with Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Okay, yeah, a lot going on, obviously. Oilers getting on the ice. Connor McDavid expected to speak tomorrow. You heard from Draisaitl and Stuart Skinner today. Elks, injury-riddled at this point, playing the Stampeders Saturday at 5 on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. We will have coverage starting at 4 with the Green and Gold Kickoff Show with Jay Milne and Matthew Awanek, and they'll be on the stream after the game as well for the Green and Gold post-game show. And a local story here to talk about, and we want to get some details. We are pleased to be joined by the assistant coach of the 2008 B2B Girls Soccer Team, Ardette Horsfield. Ardette, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Hey, guys. Good. How are you?
Doing well.
Doing well. I had reached out to you earlier in the day because I was passed this media notice around, and once I read through it, I was contacted by a guy named Rick Walters, who you know, good friend of mine, former Eskimo, Rick Walters. His daughter plays on this team. And I was reading through this, and I just couldn't believe what I was reading. So, Ardette, you're closer to this situation. Why don't you just, give the whole story to our listeners from your perspective?
Yeah, sure. So we entered provincials, the provincial tournament, with a great chance of qualifying for nationals. Our girls were seeded first place in Edmonton. They're a fantastic side. Just a lot of talent on this team. So we're entering into provincials, got all of our credentials sorted out, signed an acknowledgement that we knew the provincial rules, got to the preliminary meeting at the provincials, and during that meeting they said the top 2 teams that finish in the finals are going to nationals. So 2 teams from Alberta are getting the opportunity to go. So we go through the tournament. We're missing a couple of our top players because they went to play and represent Alberta for Canada Summer Games. The girls battled. They battled super hard. We won semifinals. And the semifinal, after the game, we were all congratulated. You guys are going to nationals. So the final game gets played. Girls played hard. We had some injured players that we, just said, don't push this injury. You're okay. We've got our spot to nationals is secure. So we didn't do things the way we maybe would have if we knew there was only one spot for 2 teams from our club to go. So basically, we came in second. A couple days, we were congratulated at the tournament. They took our headshots for nationals. We've got our national roster into ASA. And then we hear through the community that we may not be going to nationals. So we approached ASA, and they basically said there is a rule that came out January 2025 stating 2 teams from the same club cannot go to nationals. The first place team was our 2009 BTB team. So being from the same club, that would make us ineligible. ASA did not know about this rule at all. They wouldn't have announced us as going. They had no idea of it. When CSA comes out with new rules like this, there is a bylaw that states all members should be notified of any rule changes within 30 days of the rule change. So we never received anything. ASA has confirmed with us they never received anything from CSA. So we were kind of all blindsided. The third place team has been told they are going as well. We're getting conflicting stories. ASA has said they actually haven't told them that officially, and they haven't sent in either roster to CSA yet. We've sent in an appeal to CSA. We're waiting to hear back from them. It's going on 4 days, and we haven't heard anything back. So super frustrating.
So CSA, Canada Soccer, comes out with a rule change that says 2 teams from the same club cannot go represent their province at nationals. But this does not get passed along. This does not go out to the members because there'd be Ontario Soccer Association, BC Soccer. No, did any other provinces that you know of get notification of this amendment that was made?
Yeah, I did ask a club from BC that I know of, and they never got any notification on it. But the notification should come from CSA, go to ASA, and then ASA would distribute to clubs within Alberta. So that's sort of the way that the communication would go. And ASA is saying they never got that communication from CSA. So how would we all know this rule? I think it's really unfair to these girls that they've, won that second place to go to nationals, and then all of a sudden are being told, oh, sorry, there's a rule that nobody knew about here, but we're enforcing it on you. It just seems it's heartbreaking for the girls.
Okay. So obviously there's a communication breakdown here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I also have that. Maybe you don't know if the communication hasn't happened properly. That's obviously a big part of the story, and that a team that was successful is being denied an opportunity to advance. I'm also struggling, Ardette, and again, maybe you don't know, but I have to ask.
Yeah.
With the logic of this rule, 2 teams that are both really good from the same association can't both enjoy success. Like, why would CSA implement a rule like this? Obviously, they should have told people. Why would they even implement a rule like this? Is there a history with this or something?
I would like to know. It's never been implemented before. It's also a very rare occasion. I mean, to have 2 teams good enough to finish first and second from the same club, like this is a team that is a full year younger than us. To deny either team, I think is crazy. They're both very capable of going to nationals. I don't understand the rule myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I just want to make it clear, like once I found this out, and Ardette, thank you for helping me, supplying me with emails, phone numbers. I've reached out to CSA by phone, by email. I've reached out to several people at the Alberta Soccer Association by email, just asking for their comment. What do you plan to do with this? I have not received any answers from anybody yet, and we will keep, if something comes in, we'll definitely report on that. But okay, Canada Soccer, lack of communication. It's a mistake. As I said earlier, mistakes happen sometimes in communication, Alberta Soccer, hey, that's your association. Those are the people that you pay fees to be involved with their association. Alberta Soccer Association must have your back on this and be fighting on your behalf, no?
I wish they did, but it doesn't seem that way. It seems like they've almost washed their hands of us. I can't speak directly to all of them. I'm hoping there's some people there fighting for us. But it just doesn't seem like anything's being done. We were kind of told in the beginning they weren't going to do anything about it because a rule is a rule. However, it wasn't enforced during this tournament. The fourth place team could have played that bronze medal game very differently, and maybe they would be going to nationals instead of, of the impact team or the third place team. And nobody knew about this rule. So the tournament wasn't played in that sort of format, and no one was aware of it. So it's not like it's just our club that didn't know the rule. Nobody knew the rule. So I've heard that the fourth place team are now appealing as well, just because it's just very unfair to have a tournament sort of turn out this way.
So sorry if you mentioned this already. When and where are nationals?
Nationals are October 8th to 13th in Kamloops, BC.
Okay. So you got to know pretty soon. I mean, people got to organize their lives around this.
Yeah, but they do have
families
time
and
to fix this. Yeah, exactly. You've got to organize everything, organize time off, and all that stuff. But there's definitely
what are you guys wanting out of this? What is your ask? Is there a way that, because they can't just say, okay, we're going to kick another team out of nationals. Is there a way that they can make this right that would work in your eyes in nationals? Because they have to make probably some sort of an equal format for playing teams. What do you want out of this in terms of a result?
Yeah, so the first thing that we asked for was for special dispensation to that new rule. And they just tacked on that sentence to the end of it. 2 teams from the same club are ineligible to go. So we've just asked for them to exempt us from that portion of the rule. The 2 top teams that we feel, we both won that competition, won those spots. We've asked, can we go to nationals? Can you just exempt that? They do have a rule in their regulations that does state they can make and adapt the rules for special circumstances. So I think this is a bit of a special circumstance. Having our governing body in Alberta just have no idea of this rule, I think makes for a good argument there. The second thing we asked was replay the finals. Let us fight for that top 1 spot. Let the third and fourth place fight for that spot. But having said that, that would not be ideal. We don't want to get away from our 09s. They're a fantastic team. They work super hard in that tournament. They've earned that spot. So it's a really tough. It's a tough call. I don't love the second option.
So you are, we've established that you're an assistant coach on one of the teams that are involved in this.
Yeah.
You also have a daughter that's a player, Marley. And I just want you to relay, because this is what really picks at me, is that you have people in a position of power that made a mistake. And like I said, we all make mistakes. But your mistakes cannot be, causing this much pain and anguish in a kid playing sports, for goodness sake. Sports are supposed to be fun. You work your whole life in some cases to get to a stage, to get to a national championship caliber. Just speak on behalf of your players and your daughter in particular, just to how gutted they are in hearing that a team they thought they were going to be going to Kamloops, hey, we did it, we made nationals, to saying, oh, sorry, because of a missed email, you're not allowed to go.
Yeah. And just to say, there was no missed email. There just wasn't any email.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, right.
Let's just make that really clear. There was no communication on that. But I'm like getting emotional, you even saying that, because this was my daughter's goal. She just loves this sport so much. I love this sport. I hope that I pass that along to everybody I coach. But for my daughter, like it just graduation didn't matter to her this year. Nothing mattered. She just was focused on nationals, and they go to practice. We have some girls taking a bus to practice, 2.5 hours on a bus to come practice, and to have this sort of taken away from them is it's really hard. And yesterday we did a little bit of media, and then the girls went to the ASA office and had a chat with Patrick Zimmerman, the sporting director, and he just really shut it down and said, like, you're not going. Like, you're just not. And I think that's when it really hit my daughter.
Right.
And she cried for quite a few hours yesterday. I haven't seen her. She's not a crier. And it was a really tough day yesterday. So I think that the meeting changed, and it seemed uncertain when everyone was leaving. But in that moment when he said that, it just crushed the girls. They're devastated for sure.
Well, yeah, that'd be pretty awful to think you're going to nationals and then to not be going. Ardette, thanks for clarifying what has happened.
Yeah.
And giving us your perspective and updating everybody on the story. We'll keep an eye out for a resolution. And once you're done, Jay will clarify he's trying to get other perspectives and they aren't talking to us.
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
Maybe they will, but we'd like to hear. But thank you so much. I know it's probably hard for you to talk about as well, but thanks for hopping on to share that.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much. And I hope you do hear from the other sides, because we haven't, and we would love to know what they're thinking.
Thank you, Ardette.
Guys, thanks so much.
Ardette Horsfield, assistant coach, 2008 BTB Girls Soccer Team. So they were beaten by the 2009 BTB Girls in the provincial final.
Yeah.
But they both thought they were going to nationals. So apparently Canada Soccer has a rule, 2 teams from the same club can't go to nationals. Even though Alberta got 2 spots, they can't be the same. And as she said, it'd be pretty rare for this to happen anyway, so why even have the rule?
Yeah.
Who have you asked for comment?
I've asked, so I was given a pretty blanket email that I sent to Soccer Canada.
Yep.
Media at canadasoccer.com. I just said, I want to have your comment. You know, this is something that's bothering this team. What's your side? And I sent this off to about 6 people from the Alberta Soccer Association. So hopefully they can come to some sort of a resolution, because just because of a communication breakdown, and this is just the kids. This is strictly about those girls on that team that are having a really, really cool and important event in their life.
Yeah.
In their lifetime. They'll remember this for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And because of a breakdown in communication, you're stripping that away. And when it smells wrong, when it looks wrong, it usually is wrong. That's okay, but make it right. That's all I really
like
hope
to hear.
happens.
And you also had a brief phone conversation with someone from Canada Soccer who said he couldn't talk to you.
Yeah, I got a hold with.
So hopefully he calls back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure other Edmonton media are on this. I just want to hear their explanation. Why did you put this rule in place? I imagine, I'm going to guess there'll be finger pointing between Canada and Alberta. Oh, no, we told them. Oh, no, you didn't tell us. Because it didn't get down to the club level.
Well,
and Alberta Soccer said they didn't know about it, right? Because they said, hey, both these teams are going to provincials. You would think if Alberta Soccer knew, they would have told these teams before the tournament, hey, BTB, if both your teams make the final, just to let you know, only the winner is going to provincials. And then they could tell the bronze medal teams, hey, you're not just playing for third in the province, you're going to nationals as well. And then I don't understand the rule itself.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Why you would say, well, you're the 2 best teams, but you can't.
What is that even about?
I would like clarity on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very cynical here, and I don't think we're going to get it. Because when I've covered stories like this in the past involving amateur associations, they tend to just turtle until it goes away. And eventually it will go away because the tournament will happen and what's going to happen.
Yeah, I certainly hope that doesn't happen, Reid, but I know what you're saying.
Right. There's no like billionaire NFL owner who can go into Roger Goodell's office with other NFL owners and say, hey, man, like...
Well, somebody screwed up.
What are they going to do?
Somebody screwed up, and it just needs to be rectified in some way, shape, or form.
I hope it is. I've just seen this before.
Yeah.
I've pursued stories like this before, and it tends to you just get stonewalled, or people point fingers and brush it off. And then as a reporter, you're kind of like, well, you try to advocate for these teams that didn't get what they wanted, or weren't informed.
So a couple comments came in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Dave says, why is Soccer Canada such a terrible organization? My heart breaks for these young women. T. Kirk says, Jay and Reid, thanks for bringing up this story. Reid always loves a good sports story, and Jay raising his girls is always going to care more about these stories. You guys make a great team. Keep it up. And this one, this one came in. I would imagine this maybe from a parent on the team. It says, third place team has already been told that they are going.
Right.
Their name is on the Nationals website page.
And then that's going to suck for them if then they are told, now you're not. Like, it's just a mess.
Well, Reid, this is something that I kind of thought, and I don't know. Would you not, as the coach or the organization that would be the third place team, say, okay, just we're out. You guys go, because that's how it should be. Fall on your sword a bit. And although it may be heartbreaking to those girls, but that they weren't in the final. They did not think they were going that day.
Right. I see what you're saying, but I guess the other side of that is it's like, well, at some point they have to plan to go. Yeah. They have to book flights or travel or time off school or parents off work to get them there as well. So that also needs to happen.
Deaky Sparks says, this woman would have got your damage deposit back at the old place. She knows her stuff, makes a good case. I didn't think I'd be invested in girls soccer, but here we are. Great interview.
Well, I hope we get something from the CSA and the Alberta Association as well. Even if we just get something in writing, and it may not be satisfactory, but if they don't even because I'm pretty sure there are other media inquiries about this. So if they just sit there and do nothing, that's pretty sad.
Well, and it's admitting something as well, in my opinion, that they're wrong. That this wasn't, well, rule's a rule. Well, yeah, not when a rule can't really be established as a rule if it's not public knowledge.
Strange. By the way, this is a debut of a new segment here on the Reid Wilkins Show, courtesy Alberta Blue Cross. It is the Courageous Moment, presented by Alberta Blue Cross. Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed just for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that is right for you. Okay.
Well, and let me just say this too. This entire team went to the Alberta Soccer Association offices. You want to talk about showing courage, showing emotion, and trying to just raise your voice? I mean, that's a great lesson for this team. No matter what happens, that they had the courage to stand together in the face of something that's clearly wrong. That'll be something they won't forget as well. So I just really hope it works out, because I know, and I don't want to make this seem like I'm the only one, but I have 3 girls. And if this happened to me and I saw them crying.
Yeah. All right.
Suck.
Yeah. All right. Thanks to Ardette Horsfield for coming on the show and elaborating on that story. Quick timeout and back for the final segment.
Six players are on the Elks injury report. Nick Anderson is doubtful with an abdominal injury, as Jake Serezin and Niles Morgan are confirmed out for Saturday's rematch against Calgary. On the flip side, Curly Gittins Jr. and Jared Brinkman are available for the game, both players being limited at practice. And the Elks picked up 26-year-old defensive lineman Jordan Williams, who's played 19 CFL games, winning the Grey Cup with Toronto last season. And elsewhere, in Philly, the Eagles and Cowboys kick off Week 1 in the NFL. Catch the action with Lieutenant Eric at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge in Century Casino on Fort Road. It all gets going at 6:20. And there's 4 games live in baseball. Toronto's next opponent in the Yankees are underway against the Astros. They're runless, top of the first. Elsewhere, we see the Pirates up 1-0 on the Dodgers, bottom of the 4th inning. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after a brief break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
afternoons.
Brendan Deek from The Score in your Super Bowl matchup.
I have the Buffalo Bills defeating the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Buffalo area will have enough alcohol to that would just be like the two craziest fan bases butting heads. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are the clear best team in the NFC, and the Buffalo Bills, I think this is the year McDermott gets it done.
EST afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you can afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 and using the code EST Casino. You can get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 using the code EST Sports. And don't forget to use your game sense. Check out Jay's Play of the Day on the Play Alberta app or playalberta.ca. Go to the EST specials under sports, and you'll see Jay looking at something for tonight's NFL game. When does that kick off? Is that 6:20?
I think 6:20 or 6:30.
Yeah, it's tonight.
Yeah, it's later tonight, Reid.
It's coming up tonight. Let me check here. Oop, that's the wrong league. 6:20 kickoff. And then tomorrow, 6 o'clock for the Chiefs and Chargers, the International Series game in Sao Paulo, Brazil. All right. Leon Draisaitl commenting earlier today, waiting for that McDavid contract extension.
It's not really for me to comment on. Obviously, of course, I want him here as long as possible. I want to do it with him. But same comment that I had, it's about him and his family, and they're going to make their decision based on what's best for them. And I know he loves it here. I know he feels at home here, but there's a lot of things that play into a decision like that. So, hopefully something gets reported soon.
And goaltender Stuart Skinner asked about his goals for this season.
I think for my goals this year, of course, I want to set the bar high. I want to go to the Olympics. I want to be a goalie for Team Canada. I want to be able to get back to the Stanley Cup and finish the job this year. And that just kind of goes back to last year. And again, a full 82 games and another 4 rounds under our belt to really feel it out even more and really learn from this past year. So same with me as an individual and us as a team, and just being able to use that moving forward here and having a good start in the start of the season. Those are the goals. I think everyone's goal in the NHL, if you ask them, it'll be to win the Stanley Cup. But we're definitely wanting to finish the job here.
Back on the ice, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Connor McDavid scheduled to answer some questions after that captain skates. So we'll be breaking down those comments on the Reid Wilkins Show tomorrow afternoon. We'll also have our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. Jed Roberts is going to join us tomorrow. We'll be teeing up Saturday's game between the Elks and the Stampeders on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. 5 o'clock game. Looks like the weather is going to be good. Elks are injury riddled. I mean, we may not see Jake Serezna again this season. Niles Morgan injured as well. Looks like Gittins is good, but there are some other guys banged up. So that's going to be a tough matchup for the Elks, but we'll see if they can pull it out. 4 o'clock Saturday, Green and Gold kickoff show with Jason Milne and Matthew Wannock, and then they are on immediately after the game for the Green and Gold post-game show. You can send us a text using the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino presenting the inbox happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks, available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com, and you can chat with us, and more importantly, with each other, in the Nasty Chat on YouTube, and give us a thumbs up if you're there as well. Are we ready to go with the word of the day?
The word of the day.
Let's fire away, baby.
Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right. I did fairly well yesterday.
Yeah.
Did not bad with Cousin James's words on Tuesday. I've had a decent week with words of the day.
Sure, sport. Let's see how it goes today.
Sport. Thanks, Chief.
No problem, boss. First word of the day. Verboten.
I believe it is Verbotten. And I believe
No. That was a miss of a thing. Yep.
Crap. Just one T?
Yeah, one T.
Okay, well, I took a chance. I believe it means forbidden.
One out of two.
Didn't get the spelling. I took a chance there. I'm
going to give you 0.15.
Well, I was wrong, though.
But you were really close. 1.15 out of 2.
Well, basically for confidence, you're giving me 0.15.
Yeah, I don't want to see you fail.
I made a decision.
Nobody puts baby in a box.
Yeah, but isn't it from the German word for forbidden?
Yes.
Okay. So just one T, though, so I messed that up.
Abeyance.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Abeyance. I definitely don't know what it means. Can you say it again?
Abeyance.
Yeah, only one thing is coming to mind. It looks like it could be right. That doesn't look right. Okay, I'll just take a stab at it. Abyance. Abeyance. Wrong. Abeyance.
Sorry, I didn't mean for the double.
Just humiliating me with the double. I'm
going to give you another 0.15 because you're really close. It's Abyance.
Oh, wow.
NCE.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't. Oh crap! I was struggling with the end of it, not the beginning of it.
Yeah,
but that's where I was wrong. Abyance. Man, oh man, abeyance. I'm going to go straight for. I need a definition, please, or I need a sentence to help with the definition. I'll sacrifice the half point.
The legal case is now being held in abeyance while the parties attempt to find a mutually acceptable solution.
Well, I'd say it's something being held sort of in stasis, in limbo, but relating to the legal system specifically. No, well, the sentence pretty much gave away the definition.
Abeyance is a formal word that is almost always used in the phrase in abeyance, okay, to describe something in a temporary state of inactivity, that is, something in a state of suspension.
Temporary state of inactivity, but it doesn't have to be legal.
Does not have to pertain to a legal matter.
Okay, so I wasn't even that great after getting the.
Not bad.
Well,
So-
yeah, it was obviously was something being held.
You ended
So-
up getting, well, with the 0.5 and the 0.15, that's 0.65
Jeez.
out of 2. So you actually ended up with 1.8 out of 4.
1.8 out of 4. Well,
Not
we're
bad.
getting really,
really technical.
Yeah, we're really rounding it off. We're really getting down to the decimal points with the scoring for word of the day. So we did our guaranteed to be correct NFL picks.
Yeah, I need to take
earlier
a
on the
picture
show.
of yours.
Oh yeah, you can do it now. I have the, what did I even take? I took Buffalo over the Rams in the Super Bowl. What did you take?
I took the Lions over Buffalo in the Super Bowl.
And is that what you're taking as well, Coop? Primetime Coop?
Bills over Lions.
Yes, that's what Jay took.
No, I took Lions over Bills. He's taking Bills over Lions.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Very close.
Very close. Last year you and I had the opposite. So this year but we're all taking Buffalo to win the American Football Conference.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Danger. I don't like that when everybody's in agreement. It usually means we're all going to be wrong.
Probably. Well, we both had the Chiefs in the Super Bowl last year. I had them winning, you had them losing, so you did better.
True.
So that was pretty accurate. I don't know if Coop made a pick. No, Coop wasn't here the first week of the show
right.
last week. It was the very first week of the show.
Maddie was
Uwanuk was sitting in for the Coop. All right,
those are days gone by.
Those are days gone by, baby. It's part of our past now. Put it on ice. It's in the past. That's what they say in the hard-boiled detective novels. All right, we got to go. Enjoy watching the football game tomorrow at 6 a.m. either on YouTube, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or Cruise FM. Get the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, and of course, all our digital platforms available throughout the day here for Edmonton Sports Talk. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and the glue guy, Jason Milne, I'm Reid. Thanks for checking out the show.